are not wasting time tonight. I'm trying to get this thing over with. I'm tired. I'm depressed. What are you depressed for? It's all the Switch news that's coming out. It's all the rage. It's doing losing. You start being depressed. Don't be depressed. Alright. Sorry. Ah! Oh no. Screwed up. Hi everyone. Last time you saw me, I was getting irritated. No, I rage quit. It's not even like I was getting irritated. I rage quit. For sure. Ah! Alright. Like the new background? Pretty cool. Today we're chilling. I don't really have like high energy today, so even with this, I don't have high energy. So, yeah. Yeah, we're chilling. We are going to watch some Switch stuff. A lot of the Switch stuff, actually. We have a lot to get through. I'm gonna try to get back to let's just do this. Okay. Let me keep this music playing. Shit, son of a bitch. Give me a sec, guys. This is gonna be annoying. Going ghost for a second. Just gotta figure out. Every time I put the screen capture back on, back on the whatchamacallit. Yeah, and then this happens, and I don't want that to happen. And sometimes it freezes. And then I gotta do the freaking green screen again. So bear with me. Don't you wish that things just didn't change? Everything stayed the same. Oops, not what I meant to do. Because now it's gonna be messed up again. Chroma key. Oh! That actually worked perfectly fine. Didn't know to do that. Alright, so that's for me talking shit. Okay. First off. Shit. Formalities. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. If you are subscribed, your job's not done. Like, comment, subscribe, share to people who you might think is interested in this channel and anything that I do. Shit. Go back and watch some videos. Turn the volume down. Just have the video playing in the background. Because that gains me traction. Help me out. You know what I mean? Sorry that I made it like, I said it was like your job. It's not your job to like be a subscriber to me. But we need, you know, traction needs to go up. Regular streams will continue. We'll talk about that at a later date. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, so let me get into this. Anyway. Going on to the Switch 2. The big craze. The Direct was absolutely amazing. I loved it. I loved not everything about it, because there were some things I didn't like. There were some things I was like kind of like on the fence about. I know some people have some opinions about certain things, which I will talk about, and I have a video to edit tonight, which talks a little bit more about stuff, but this is probably mainly where I'm going to talk about stuff, so you know what I mean? Shit. Actually, give me like 1 second. I will be right back. I just realized that I was picking up the other mic. Probably sounding like shit. I'll be right back. Why the brightness is weird on my on the green screen. Let me fix it real quick. 1 second. Yeah. Oh god, no. There we go. Fix it. Alright. So, back to business. Like I said, I'm just going to be talking about everything. We're going to look at the website. We're going to watch a couple of videos. We have a lot to watch from IGN. So, we have a lot to get through tonight. Obviously, this is course. Obviously, it's releasing June 5th, 2025. We obviously did not update the website. There's a little video there to show you how it's done. To talk about... Okay, let me explain the situation. Because a lot of people are like, oh, like, well, how are we going to transfer over stuff and transfer our digital games and stuff like that? I'm like, yo, they did like a whole thing talking about that way before the Switch 2 Direct. They talked about virtual game cards. Not only that, if you have downloaded a game, you purchased the game and downloaded it, that stays on your Nintendo account. So if you go to the eShop, you just download it from there. Not only that, there's also cloud saves. So if you save it back up, which if you have Nintendo Online, you're backing it up on your account. Media literacy is dead. Like, what I just don't understand, like, what people didn't understand about that. Like, what were we getting about that? But yeah. There goes the Direct. I was busy during the Switch Direct. I wasn't even home, so you know, I couldn't stream. For some people, things have been popping off. People have been able to try out the Switch and get their hands on it. Try a couple games, which is what we're gonna look at later in a few. So yeah, and that's the website. We're gonna look into Mario Kart Worlds, which what the fuck is happening with this website? It's like frozen or something. So yeah, like I didn't get to talk about much about everything because I wasn't here for the Direct, and then also on top of that, the video that I'm going to talk about more deeply, or like kind of give my thoughts about shit, is this car so loud. I hate living in the city. It's one thing I hate. Yeah, so it's kind of like weird because I didn't like really talk about stuff, so it's fine. Why does my computer keep doing that? So I like how smooth this website is. I used to be a sucker for like websites back in the day, like when I was like 8, asking my dad to be like, hey, can I go on like the computer and like look up what you would call it? Mainly it was just for like Sonic website. The Sonic World Adventure website is what I used to call it. Hit the open road with Mario and friends, zip around courses in the vast world where everything is connected. Race along grassy plains, exciting cities, wide open waters, big old volcanoes, and more, plus everything in between, exclusively for Nintendo Switch 2 system. Now, I wonder why they did, why they're making exclusively for Switch 2. I guess it's like a console seller. Or maybe there's like limitations with the original Switch. I don't know, whatever. It's a pretty big map. There were people talking about like there's lesser courses versus like how the base Mario Kart 8 was. And like, yeah, but think about it. You get this huge open world along top of that. And I know a lot of people have an opinion about the open world. They're like, oh, the open world. Bro, I'm excited for the open world. Like, I never thought that I needed like an open world Mario Kart. And I quite honestly, I was tired of race, go, race, go. Like, be open to change. It's okay to have your opinion. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that like people's opinions aren't valid, whether it's critical or negative or positive or very analytical. But just be open to it. Don't shut it down automatically. I've just seen a lot of people being distasteful towards the open world aspect, which I don't know why. I personally don't like it. Actually, since I'm not playing a game, I'm gonna disconnect. I'm gonna take this mic off. Hold it. Because I can do that. I forgot I can do that. Do that in videos. The only reason why I have it on a stand for streams was because, you know, I'm playing a game, not in it 10 times. Sprawling world of crosses? Why would I say crosses? Oh, because I saw a cross. Jesus. Of courses. Speed across plains, cities, water, volcanoes, and much more. Everything is connected. So it seems like, okay. So there's different areas. Okay. So wait, what was the first one? I wasn't paying attention. I was, but I wasn't. So that's the city area. I guess the beach area. And then we got that volcano area. Okay. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all, man. Go beyond the course. There's more to racing than just course. Hop off course and race the distance to the next one. Now, I was kind of questioning that because is it part of the race that, like, is it, so like, do you finish a race and then you race to the next race and that's part of the race, like, of the Grand Prix? Or is it just like you just have to travel there and there's like no standing? I don't know. It didn't really explain that well. So then we got the icy world, the snowy world. I guess this is like the mountainy jungle world. See that there's a dinosaur. Probably gonna be like a lot of DK Jungle references in there. I guess we can like watch this video. Like I said, we got a lot of like videos to watch. I like how clean it looks. I don't like how Donkey Kong is dabbing before. Why is he dabbing before he pulls off? Dabbing's like, bro, like that's left in the dust. We don't do that anymore. What are we talking about? What are we doing? Which we will get into Donkey Kong. So good. Modes: burn, rubber, and heated 24 driver races. Just crazy. Grand Prix. Compete to earn the most points across 4 connected courses. Try to claim that top spot among 24 racers. The areas between courses are part of the race too. They say that, but like, how then? Like, if you, okay, what I'm trying to understand is if like you're done with one race, then you go to the next race, right? You're driving to the next race as part of the race, right? If you get to the starting line and you're like maybe the 5th one to get there, are you now in 5th from when you used to be in 1st because you maybe like lost your space or your footing in the race? That's how I'm seeing it. That's how I'm thinking about it. A non-stop transcontinental rally. Knockout tour. Barrel through back-to-back courses with no pit stops along the way. If you don't place high enough by the time you reach each of the 5 checkpoints, you're out. Drive hard to survive and aim for the first. That's what makes me believe that what I said before isn't for the Grand Prix because they have knockout tour. So I don't know. And here's how it works. You start with 24. Get knocked out. 4 people get knocked out. You get 20 racers. The next checkpoint, 16. So people get knocked out. Checkpoint 3, down to 12. Checkpoint 4, 8. And then you're down to the last 4. Boom. Whoever wins that one is the winner. I love this one. I love that costume for Mario. That was from Mario Odyssey, which I love the costume variations for Mario Odyssey. Just amazing. Free roam. Drive wherever your heart takes you. Where to, that's up to you. Take off in any direction in this new mode. Explore areas that pique your interest, and maybe even snap some in-game pics at scenic spots. So photo mode is confirmed. Like, I'm probably gonna take a lot of pictures just because like I'm just the type of person. I have so many pictures like from Spider-Man and Infamous. It's insane. So yeah, my PlayStation app is filled with like just pictures. But you get an idea of like what the photo mode's gonna look like right here. Play together, have a blast with friends, whether near or far. Up to 4 players can race on the same system. Play using your choice of button controls or motion controls. Attach a Joy-Con 2 controller to the optional Joy-Con 2 wheel accessory, sold separately, to wheelie Nintendo. No. Feel like you're driving. You can also play using Nintendo Switch Joy-Con controllers connected wirelessly. That's kind of cool. All together, anytime, anywhere. Fire up game chat to enjoy the feeling of close company with friends, even when you're far apart. Talk using the system's built-in microphone, which no one's gonna use that shit. Everyone's gonna get a mic or headset. Or share your screen in real time. From what I saw, it looked like it does not run very well. Not gonna lie. If you connect a compatible USB-C camera, like the Nintendo Switch camera, sold separately. We're really trying to get your money here. You can race face-to-face over video chat, whether you're competing in a race or simply exploring the open road. It's like you're zooming around together. They also talk about the game chat open access period, where like you don't need to have a Nintendo Switch Online membership up until March 31st, 2026, the next year. So it's going to be free for like a lot of time. So I like that they're giving access to that, so you can experience it. And it comes out the day that the Switch 2 comes out, June 5th, $80. I know a lot of people have a lot of issues with that price tag. I get it. But I do sense some hypocrisy in some people's language, because everyone is willing to pay $100 for a GTA 6 because there's a rumor that GTA 6 might be $100. You're willing to do that, but then when it comes to Mario Kart, now we're complaining. It's very hypocritical, or I should say, favoritism. So I don't know. Okay, that's it for Mario Kart World. Donkey Kong Bonanza. I didn't see a lot about this game. Got Donkey Kong, groundbreaking adventure starring Donkey Kong. We love Donkey Kong. This game looks clean. I like the Odyssey treatment that they're giving Donkey Kong. I also like the callbacks to like Donkey Kong Country. So it just seems like a celebration for Donkey Kong, which we need, because I feel like Donkey Kong kind of gets sidelined sometimes. So it's nice to see that. The big guy is back. Donkey Kong swings into the Nintendo Switch 2 system with a brand new action adventure. Help Donkey Kong make his way through the depths of the underground world. The deeper he goes, the more amazing places he finds. So I like that you can like dig, like you have this punching ability that makes you like dig underground. I like that. Deeper underground, so they're showing like locations and stuff. This is beautiful. I've never seen this in a trailer. I love this stage right here. Beautiful. Absolutely love it. Alright. Crash Bandicoot. Not that Crash. Smash. I like the animations that they're doing. There's no shortage of things DK can pulverize with his powerful punches. Okay. And I like this video that they showed time-lapse, like how much destruction you can do. That's pretty cool, because I like games like that. I like games where you can just destroy stuff. It's pretty cool. I like that. Break on through this truly destructive adventure. Some screenshots. Now this goes hard. That one right there goes freaking hard. These baddies are up to no good. Girl, good. Behold, the golden bananas. And then we get, like, I guess, the main villains. The mysterious group known as Void Co. has its eyes on the prized bunch. But no one messes with DK's favorite food. It's very true. Golden bananas. The whole island was buzzing about the discovery of a tasty treasure, but then disaster struck. During the chaos, Void Co. stole every breathtaking bunch of bananas. Now Donkey Kong must venture deep underground to get them back. DK makes a new friend. Together, they chase down the mysterious Void Co. Yeah, I was wondering like what was on his back when he was running. It was like one clip where he was running and we saw something like on his back. And I'm just like, yo, where's Diddy Kong? Like, where's Diddy? Not that Diddy. Diddy Kong. God. Can Donkey Kong recover his beloved bananas? Find out in Donkey Kong Bonanza. Game only on Nintendo Switch 2. And there we go. Now, this game is priced at $70, which is like kind of like the norm nowadays. So I don't know why they priced this one at $70. A little weird. You guys couldn't see that. My computer was doing something weird, so I was like looking. So, talking about the Switch 2 and the specs and everything. It's about 4.5 inches tall, 10.7 inches wide, 0.55 inches thick. With Joy-Con 2 controllers attached. The maximum thickness from the tip, I'm thinking this is a weird sentence, the controller sticks are protruding parts of the ZLZR buttons and is 1.2 inches. Yeah, give me 5 seconds, guys. 5 seconds. Alrighty. Sorry, I'm back. Alrighty. The weight, approximately 0.88 pounds. That's a big boy. Screen, touchscreen. Ouch, my foot is stuck to the cord. Okay. It's 1920 by 1080 pixels, which is the standard. HDR10 support, VRR up to 120 hertz, which is actually pretty good. Custom processor made by NVIDIA, which is a game changer. To see NVIDIA work with Nintendo, that's really good to see. Means that we're gonna get a stronger lineup of games. It's a much more powerful console. Storage, 256 gigabytes. Thank you. Because what was the original storage? I think it was like 64. And that was like barely anything. Couldn't hold anything. So this is a lot of space, and I appreciate it. Even though that can go pretty quick too, depending on like how much games, like if you're doing digital games, like how much that can store up. So if it's optimized well or whatnot, we'll see. Portion of the storage is reserved for the use by the system. And there we go. Like I think we're probably gonna get like maybe 100 gigabytes like taken up by the system operating system or something like that. Maybe. I'd be surprised if it's any less than 100. Communication features, wireless, Wi-Fi, of course, Bluetooth, and TV mode. Nintendo Switch 2 can be connected by using the wired LAN port of the dock. So you got like wired in. Go straight to your which is pretty cool. Video output. Output via, or is it via or via? A lot of people say via or via, whatever. HDMI connector in TV mode. Maximum 4K resolution at 60 frames per second. Supports 120 frames when 1080p and 144 resolutions are selected. I'm at 44, 140, 1440. Oh my god! It's like saying different numbers. Supports HDR10. Oh my god. Maximum 1920 by 1080 resolution in tabletop mode and handheld mode, following screen resolution. Okay. So it looks like they have like a good balance of like quality over like performance. Kind of like playing ping pong. Audio output supports linear PCM output 5.1 channel. Output via HDMI connector in TV mode. Surround sound effect can be applied when outputting to headphones or built-in speaker. Surround sound effect when outputting to the built-in speaker requires a system update. Speakers, stereo, obviously. Microphone, built-in microphone. No one's using that shit. Whether you want to like talk about like, oh, we're gonna have noise canceling, so if like someone's like in the background talking too loud, your kids are too loud, your cat or your dog is like barking or whatever, no one's using the controller mic. Everyone's gonna buy like a headset, and I hope they take like initiative and make their own headset. Although people aren't really gonna buy those because people are probably gonna buy like you know, some other brand of like headsets, their preferred brand of headsets. Buttons, power button, volume buttons, 2 USB-C ports. Let me tell you something. Having that one, it was at the bottom, annoying. The port on the bottom is used to charge the console and connect to the Switch, Nintendo Switch 2 dock. The port on the top is used to connect accessories and or charge the console. So 2 charging ports, which is, yes, thank you. Because like, why? Why do we only have one for the original Switch? I hate it. Audio jack, 3.5mm, 4 contacts, stereo, mini plug, game stop card. Both Switch 2 and Switch games can be inserted. So, micro SD. So they're switching to micro SD. They're switching to Express micro SD, which I think is a smarter idea. Up to 2 terabytes. Micro SD memory cards that are not compatible with micro SD Express can only be used to copy screenshots and videos from the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, so you can't like store games on there and everything. It's only like you're transferring like those screenshots and videos, stuff like that. It looks so cute, friend. Skin glowing. Thank you. I don't feel like it. I feel like poop. But thanks. I appreciate it. Sensors. Accelerometer. It's a big word. Gyroscope. The mouse sensor located in the Joy-Con 2 controllers. Brightness sensor located in console. This is important. Operating environment, 41 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit. I think that's different from the first Switch. I think it's a little bit higher. Not too sure. 20 to 80% humidity. So like on those hot days, like when you're like out and about, you're switching your backpack or whatever, and you're just like sitting in the park or whatever the fuck it is, make sure that like, you know, you're being mindful. Electronics are very, I guess you shouldn't say very particular in certain weather climates. Internal battery, lithium ion, same as the first Switch. Battery life. This is what kind of like, I was like, okay, like, hold up. Hold up. 2 to 6.5 hours. That's a downgrade. So that's going to like how the original Switch was versus the OLED, which was higher. So whatever. Charging time, 3 hours. I think that's the same as the original Switch. I think it is. Or maybe it was lower. I think it was maybe like 2. No, it was 3. I remember it was 3. While the system is in sleep mode. Size of the dock. Approximately 4.5 inches tall and 7 inches wide, 2 inches thick. The height includes 0.08 inches added by the feet at the bottom of the dock. Okay. Weight approximately 0.84 ounce. That's kind of light. That's light. I think that's a little bit heftier than the original dock, if I'm not mistaken. Ports. 2 USB ports. USB 2.0 compatible on the side. System connector. AC adapter port. HDMI port. LAN port. The usuals. Joy-Con controllers. I'm not gonna go too in-depth with them. Because I realized that we really have to watch a lot of videos. And I'm also getting tired of talking, and I just want to watch some videos. The size, 4.57 inches tall, 0.56 inches wide, 1.2 inches thick. The maximum thickness from the tip, I hate this this sentence. Why do they keep using this sentence? I don't like it. The maximum thickness from the tip of the controller sticks to the protruding parts of the ZL, ZR buttons is 1.2 inches. The left Joy-Con, 2.3 ounces. The right Joy-Con, 2.4 ounces. Why is there a difference in size if they're built the same? If they're the same thing? I'm a little confused about that. I'm gonna have to explain that one. The only difference here is that the right one has a C button. And then, you know, the face buttons. The difference between that. It's the same thing. The only thing that's added is the C button. Both of them, well, yeah, both of them have Bluetooth 3.0. And the right one has NFC. The mouse for both, which is actually good. Battery life, that's what I was interested in. 20 hours. I think that's an upgrade from the original. I think it is. What the hell? Game company. Yeah, like that sentence is just weird. It's what did it say? It was, oh yeah, the maximum thickness from the tip. Nintendo, y'all alright? Y'all good? Like, who wrote this? Charging time is 3 hours and 30 minutes. Not bad. I don't think I need to talk about this. And yeah, we're pretty much done. Now, okay. Now I get to shut up and we get to watch some videos. IGN has a bunch of stuff, so we're gonna watch some IGN stuff. I think it was like 13 videos in total. It's gonna be a lot. I want to shut you up. Shut up. And let's get into it. We have a lot to get through.
Let's go! Mario Kart World on Nintendo Switch 2 is the first new home console Mario Kart in 10 years. Logan and I got to play a ton of it today on Switch 2 hardware, and we loved it, and we can't wait to tell you all about it, so let's go. Okay, so Mario Kart World's big new thing is the massive interconnected open world. It's really cool, it's really beautiful, and we both loved it. Tell me about it, Logan.
Yeah, it's so different than anything that Mario Kart has done before. You're not just on a track and doing 3 laps anymore, and it's even bigger than something like Mount Wario from Mario Kart 8 where you're doing 3 different segments. You start at one course, and you are driving in different segments to the next course. If track A is Moo Moo Meadows and track B is Shy Guy Bazaar, you start in this rolling start at Moo Moo Meadows, and then you are driving on the world map on these interconnected highways to get to Shy Guy Bazaar, and then the race ends with 1 full lap at Shy Guy Bazaar. So it is entirely different. It's really interesting, and it was tough to kind of wrap our heads around
that explains
because
it.
It is so different than anything they've done before, but it's really ambitious, really fun, and really cool.
Really like the sort of Forza Horizon style open world driving game approach. We got to poke around a lot in this world. It's huge, and there's hidden secrets, collectibles everywhere. You can drive a boat now as your cart into the sea, and there was just like this big huge cloud blowing wind at me, maybe telling me to back off. I found this other area where there's just a bunch of coins tucked behind this little ridge. There's grind rails and stuff that you can interact with, or you can just hang out and take pictures with friends or whatever you want to do. The thing I'm wondering is sort of like, what's the hook? What's the loop of like finding these coins? Do we get to spend them in a shop, unlock carts or characters or costumes?
I'm
like,
pretty sure there's gonna be like some endgame.
Yeah,
like,
it is a lot like Forza Horizon. In some ways, it's not a fully open world, right? There are these tracks that you're heading to the next place on. But I think that Nintendo fans will remember Diddy Kong Racing, and that had this hub world that you drove around back on N64, and there were balloons to find and things
Diddy
like that.
Kong Racing.
When we were in a lobby waiting for our race to start and just kind of free roaming, I saw this glowing gold peach coin that I couldn't get to, and we don't really know what that is. Maybe it unlocks costumes or different outfits or some unlockable for Peach.
They're gonna pack a lot of like collectibles.
And like, something else I liked about it is that was the lobby now. That is the loading screen. You're not staring at your me standing on just planet Earth anymore like Mario Kart 8. You are driving around practicing. There's a rewind button. Like if you want to go back, just like Forza, you can just rewind and you could go like all the way back to the very beginning of where you started. So it's going to be more fun when you're waiting for lobbies to go with 24 people now, not 12 people now, that you'll have something to do.
A brand new race across the entire world starts here.
I want to talk a bit about characters in this game. There are tons of them. We went through the entire character select screen. So there's not only all the classic Nintendo characters or Mario characters specifically, but also alternate costume versions of them. And that plays sort of interestingly because you can also find power-ups power-ups in the race, largely centered around food. You can get food, and that food changes and alters your looks and your costume, which potentially gives you different sort of mechanics that you can use in the game.
On the character select screen, there's all the characters, Mario, Luigi, Donkey Kong, all the rest, and then there were alternate versions of them. There was like Cowboy Mario and like Athletic Donkey Kong or something like that, and they had different costumes. We don't really know if they impacted their stats. We're not entirely sure yet. You could pick one of these
I'm gonna love the
costumes,
different
but
types
then you
of
find one of these special
costumes,
power-ups, and it
I'm a
almost looks
cosmetic
like a
type
Wonder
of
Flower
person.
effect
I
from Super
love
Mario Bros.
different
Wonder when this
costumes.
food is taking over your character, and then you pop out in a different costume.
My favorite new character that I got to play as a bunch today, I kept picking, was Cow from Moo Moo Meadows from N64 Mario Kart. One thing we did notice was that there are a bunch of characters that you can't choose that do appear in the races next to you, like Monty Mole or the Piantas from Super Mario Sunshine or the Conch Doors from Super Mario 3D World. So Logan, you think we'll be able to unlock all those guys eventually?
Yeah, I have to think so. Maybe that's
Yeah,
one
so
of the
this
incentives to the open world.
list
and
of
the
So I wanna
characters
talk
that they
about
have
some
is
of
gonna
the
be
new
like
items
really
we got to
big.
experience today, because a lot of the classic ones are back, but some new ones are really fun. One of them are just hammers from the Hammer Brothers. You just throw hammers at people like you're a psycho in Home Depot. I thought those were great.
Yo,
There's also
they're bringing back, like,
attachable
the
coin
special
block that you
items
can
from
launch
Double
above your head.
Dash.
You hit it a bunch of
Okay,
times, you get a bunch of
okay.
coins. But there's also altered versions of classic items such as the lightning bolt, which you noticed.
Yeah, the lightning bolt is way different in World. Instead of, you know, Mario Kart 8, if you're in first place and you get zapped, you're probably shrunk for 30 seconds maybe. In World, it seemed like everybody was zapped and came back to full size pretty quickly. So just a balancing thing. I think they had to make a lot of core changes just to the Mario Kart DNA because of 24 racers. That changes a lot of stuff, and I think items is one place where that happened. And we also saw you no longer have to hold the item button to drag a shell behind your butt anymore. Like if you're in first place, you want to protect yourself with a banana or a green shell from oncoming red shells or whatever else is coming your way, you would have to hold that button. The rep that was there said, oh no, it just drags automatically now. And it's not just shells and defensive items. Everything drags behind you. I did ram into one with a single mushroom and it gave me a boost. Yeah, presumably you can just slam into CPUs.
I wonder
with
how that
whatever's
works,
behind
because
them.
if it automatically
Something will trigger,
drags
which is really
behind
cool.
you, like
We
how
also
do
got
you
to
use
play
it
on a bunch of
afterwards? Do you have to
different
double
courses
tap
today.
it?
What were some of your favorites?
Yeah, what's really cool is that there were definite remixes of classic Mario Kart courses in here, and even some turns and segments that were ripped straight from old Mario Kart games, but just remixed a little bit. Like Dino Dino Jungle from Double Dash is here, but it's different. The music plays, it's a remix of that track, and you go through the same turns with the geysers that boil over and launch you into the air. There's retro tracks, but not in the sense that, hey, we plucked this from Mario Kart DS and we remade it here. It's we took this theme, this idea, this motif, and kind of just remixed it a little bit to fit this entirely new formula. They were all really, really good.
Introducing Knockout Tour.
Knockout Tour is
Used to
the
get
brand
hit.
new
I used to hate that shit.
non-stop
Getting struck by lightning was the
six-race,
worst. Yeah, in Mario Kart 8, I
24
turned that shit
player
off.
Fortnite-style
Anytime I'm playing with
battle
somebody,
royal
yeah,
Mario
no,
Kart
I'm turning
mode,
it
and
off. Like,
feels
we're not
so
using
right.
that.
This takes
I
place
hate it.
in the open world, so you can hang out in
Stupid.
the open world, launch into this, and while you're waiting for the game to populate, you just hang out, drive around, collect stuff, do your open world stuff. Little by little, eventually, characters will start to pop in, and they'll all choose a Grand Prix that they want to race on, or a set of courses. Those votes are then tallied, and then you jump into that race, and then immediately from there, you're going as fast as possible, and you have to make it through checkpoints at a certain point in the race. Like if you're in, you know, you have to be in the top 20 or you get eliminated. And things happen so fast. They're so chaotic and so crazy. I love this mode so much.
Yeah, it is super fun. And this is a bigger commitment than your standard 2 to 3 minute Mario Kart race. This is 10-ish minutes probably for the whole thing. It's 6 segments and you're driving from one track to the second to the third
Yeah,
to the fourth to the fifth to the
I-
sixth. You're not stopping and doing an individual
I
lap
assumed
at
the
that
knockout
circuit.
tour was
You're
gonna be
just
like the
driving kind of
most,
the
like,
in-between
lengthy
areas. So a very
mode.
different take. You're not going to see anything twice in this race because it is a linear path from
The
start to
ink,
finish.
yes.
Like a 10-minute long
Hated the
Mount
ink
Wario,
too.
essentially.
The
And it's
blooper
super
ink.
fun. It
So
feels
annoying.
like F-Zero, where
Like the
every
update of
moment is
shortening the
intense. It's not
effect.
just
Yeah.
about winning the race at the end and maybe you get a lucky bullet bill. It is.
Because I'd imagine, like, in the
I am
open world,
16th
someone's, like, using it.
place.
There's a
I need to be
freaking
in 12th place.
moth in
Can
here.
I get
Could you
there?
get out of
You're
here and
trying to
die?
pass people, and there's 12
I imagine, like,
people
you're in
behind
open
you
world,
trying
someone
to
uses
pass
that.
you. And you,
It's
Brian, had a
annoying.
really unlucky one the first time we tried this. You went to like 3rd to 22nd, which is something you can say now in Mario Kart World. It's crazy. Adding 24 characters to the track just makes it so
24.
chaotic.
It happened so fast I was just jaw dropped, stunned, and all I could do was laugh. This is going to lead to some of the funniest moments in Mario Kart history, and I cannot wait for it. Mario Kart World launches day and date on Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah,
When
the
system
Mario
launches, and
Kart
it's
World
going for
streams are
$80.
going to
And I don't
be
want to dwell on it
lit.
too much,
Oh
but
my
I have to get it
God.
off my chest that this feels just a little weird. We loved what we played today. All the modes are great. All the characters are awesome. It didn't really scream, this justifies $80 to me. It just really feels like Nintendo knows that this is one of the best-selling franchises of all time. But why is this game $80?
It's a tough pill to swallow, especially when something like Donkey Kong Bonanza, which looks equally amazing, is $70. It's just a very inconsistent pricing structure from Nintendo, and we're seeing with their upgrades to $10 for some, $20 for another. And Mario Kart being the first $80 Nintendo game, yeah, I'll easily get $80 worth of value out of it, but it is a tough pill to swallow for a game so aimed at families.
Like I said, yeah, like I said, it's just
Splatoon, the next Zelda.
I'm not
It's
saying
opening
like
a
the
can of
price
worms, and
tag
we'll
is like
see how Nintendo
justified,
proceeds.
but
If in
I
one
know
year
what
they add
I know
8
what they're
new tracks
doing.
for free,
At
I'll
the
feel
end of the
great
day,
about
they're a
that purchase. But if
company.
they come out and add a DLC pass,
They're
where
gonna-
putting more money into Mario Kart
know?
World, I don't know how people are going to feel about that. So it's an interesting one.
They're gonna make
Yeah,
their
I
money.
feel like if this thing came bundled with like a year of Nintendo Switch Online or some sort of season pass content, something that made it feel like, hey, this is, we're really getting a bang for the buck here, it'd be a little easier to handle. But right now, it kind of stinks. It's the only real negative we have about Mario Kart World so far, which otherwise feels, looks, and plays fantastic. But that's Mario Kart World, one of the many games we played here at the Nintendo 2 Switch preview event in New York City. We also went hands-on with the hardware, so go check out that video. Logan, thank you so much for all things Nintendo Switch
like that
2,
price
Mario
tag,
Kart
it's
World,
like
and the
because of
cow
like
eating
the
other
way that
cows.
where we're
Stick
at with
IGN.
like everything right now. It's like everyone's pinching their wallets. Like, bro, we can't even afford groceries. We can't get eggs. You want us to spend $80? $80? I don't know. I mean, I know I am, but it's still crazy. It's still, like you said, a tough pill to swallow. It's just, eek. But they know they're making money. They know that this is their best-selling. Like, Mario Kart 8, I think, is the 5th best-selling game overall. So, it makes sense. It makes sense. As a company, that's the smartest move you want to make. Your best-selling game, the next installment,
Hey,
you're
it's
raising
Brian
prices.
and Logan from IGN. How are you doing, Logan?
Good. We just played the Switch too.
We did.
By the way, I love how, like, IGN, they don't put their Twitter handles anymore. They put their Blue Sky socials. I love it. Fuck Twitter.
So we got to play the Switch 2 today. We went hands-on. We got to play it in docks mode. We got to take off the Joy-Cons, played a ton of games. So we're going to tell you all about it. So let's get into it.
By the way, I've not played Mario Party Jamboree, so I cannot wait until I get my hands on it for the Switch
Okay, I want to
2.
start with the screen quality.
People are
In
gonna pay
handheld
though.
mode, immediately,
I'm
kind of
looking
a
at it from a
disappointment that
business
this
side.
isn't
Yeah,
a
no.
OLED screen, but it still
Like I
looks
said,
really good, right?
like I said, business side, it makes sense. Like, that is like the most smartest business move that you're gonna do. They flagged your comment. No, it's fine, YouTube. No, we mean that. Fuck Twitter. We mean that. From the business side, it makes sense. I get it. Like I said, the most profitable game in your lineup, you're gonna want to make that money. You're gonna want to raise the price. Consumer side, from our side, damn, like, oof. Like, there's so many memes going around where they're like, you get paid bi-weekly. Week 1, you buy Mario Kart World. Week 2, you're eating like a bowl of like ice soup, and then week 3, you're eating a bowl of ice soup, because like that's how things are nowadays. It's not really easy to just spend $80. That $80 is like almost not even close to what groceries are right now, to like the final bill of like you getting groceries. So yeah, like, I get it. I totally get it. I get both sides. I'm a very business minded person. I I think I did a video like one time on here, where I was talking about like the what is it? The like business side of like Sega, because like I'm really interested in stuff like that. Not only that, I also do it for other companies: Apple, Microsoft, Sony, all those weirdos. So I see both sides. I understand both sides. But at the end of the day, I'm a consumer. You know, I'm spending the money. So, eesh.
Logan?
Yeah, that was one of my big disappointments.
YouTube
from
is so
the Direct, was
sensitive.
No OLED model, just LCD. at
They are.
launch, But
YouTube's very
we did a
sensitive.
side by side with my OLED that I have now, the Switch 1 and the Switch 2, and the
Entertainment shouldn't break your bank. Concert tickets are crazy. But like I said, people will just buy. I'm buying our Tyler tickets. Yeah. Yeah, like, it's wild. Concert tickets I get because artists actually don't make a lot off their albums. So I understand that. So charging up those tickets like that makes sense. That's kind of like their main income, besides like brand deals and stuff like that. But if they're not doing brand deals like that, they're gonna try to up those prices on concert tickets. That's their main bread and butter. So, yeah.
Switch 2 was really, really nice. Mario Kart, the colors were popping, and I don't think that people are really going to miss the OLED as much as we were worried we might when we knew that this wasn't going to have OLED.
But I think ultimately
I love the bigger screen
around where it is right now, which is $450, and you know, knowing Nintendo, they'll double dip with an OLED model a few years from now. But for now, games docked look really good. In fact, games in handheld mode look really good too. But in docked mode, you can get up to 4K with some games and up to 120 FPS with some games. Both those things won't happen at the same time, but either way, the dock has a fan built in now to help maintain performance a little bit. And we got to see games like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom.
That looks beautiful in 4K.
Metroid
Oh my
Prime 4.
God.
We got to play them all in docked mode, and they look really good.
Yeah, when we played Breath of the Wild, I thought this is what we've always wanted Breath of the Wild to look like. It runs so smoothly. You go to the Korok Forest, and it runs great. You fight a guardian, you're slashing, it looks great. You set a whole grassy plain on fire, no
and
frame drops.
and it
runs
doesn't
really,
freeze,
really nice.
frames
So,
don't
yeah,
skip.
not
I
sure
can't
if
wait
it's
to
I
play.
need to play this again nice, but is a really nice upgrade for anyone who's going to revisit those games.
Yeah, or if you skipped them the first time around and the Switch 2 is your first time getting into the Nintendo ecosystem, then, I mean, those are some of the best games of all time. So I'm actually
Right,
kinda jealous that you
imagine
get to
for
play
the
them
new
with
people who
higher
haven't played Breath of the Wild,
visuals
who
for the
hasn't
first
touched a
time,
Switch,
'cause,
and they're going to Switch
I'll
2,
never
and
get
now
that
touching
time
Breath of the
back.
Wild,
But you know
Tears in the
what? I
Kingdom.
loved that time.
They're going to have a time of their
I wanna move on
lives.
to the build quality of the system itself. A lot of the concerns around the Switch 1 were very justified when it came to things like Joy-Con drift and really just the feel of the system itself.
Oh God, I hope
Feeling
we
a
don't have
little
Joy-Con,
wobbly, kind of
drift.
toyetic, not necessarily very sturdy, especially the launch model. The Switch 2 feels great. Just holding the system feels like a high quality device. Buttons feel really good. Sticks feel really good. We have a few apprehensions about all of that, but in the meantime, holding the system actually felt like a premium product. How did you feel about that?
Yeah, I loved it. I was really impressed with the build
Am I gonna
quality
Switch
of it,
2
and
now?
instantly
Yo,
when you
we
hold
got
it, you
to.
see
Listen,
this is why.
everybody's
This is
up on this, like,
$450 machine. It is very nice. It feels
me
very
and Nintendo
premium,
consoles,
and
we
again,
gotta
holding it
close
side by side with
bond,
the Switch
man.
1,
Like,
you're right, the Switch 1
I
does look
never
a bit
miss a
more
Nintendo
like
console.
a toy, and this one feels more of like a premium console. So I really like
I
that.
skipped out on
The Joy-Con
Xbox,
are amazing. I think the Joy-Con 2
this
are one of the
generation.
stars of this show, whether it's the mouse mode or just the better feeling buttons and sticks. And when you're playing in the split grip, they just feel nicer in your hands because they're a little bit longer. So it's just a big upgrade. I think that the big question is Joy-Con drift. We still don't know about that.
I
They
don't
didn't
want
say in the
Joy-Con
direct if the
drift.
Hall effect. We
How much
still
is
don't
it?
know today as we're recording this.
The
so
standard
I really hope that they don't have
model
the same
is
drift issues the Switch
$449.
one had, but
The
other than that, I thought the Joy-Con were a big win.
model with
Yeah, you would hope that Nintendo, after all the feedback,
Mario Kart
and
bundled
concerns
in
and,
is $499.
not necessarily
You're looking around
class
like
action lawsuit
500.
level, but felt like it should have gotten close enough. Most of my Joy-Cons ended up drifting over the last 7 or 8 years. That they would be focusing on making this a better quality system when it came to that specifics in regard to that, but we haven't found that out yet. But in the meantime, holding it, playing it felt really great. You got to do a thing where you took the Joy-Cons on and off and put them on upside down, and it worked.
Yeah, it does work. They pop right in there like you would think they would. We don't know if they actually function that way, But yeah, you can pop them in, and it's not like Switch 1 where if you put on a grip the wrong way, you might have to use a knife or something to pry it off. It was really easy to just snap on and off. And yeah, we have to talk about that. Just the magnetic lock, there was some concern. Are these going to shake out? Are they going to fall out? No, they are locked in there. You can't yank them off. They don't have the same amount of wiggle that your Switch 1 Joy-Con do on the rails nowadays.
That's what I was worried about.
But it's so easy
Mouse
to pop them
mode,
off just
yeah.
by holding that button and
Yo,
yanking
think
them
about
off.
like
So,
all
yeah, I think
like
the
the
switch
Call of
from
Duty
the
comes to
slide
Switch
to
2.
the snap-on is a really good one.
I also think I clicked them on and off
That'd be
today like
awesome.
25 times because it's
Gotta start
so,
saving then. Thought it'd be
it's so
200.
satisfying. Yeah, I really loved
200?
it.
200's low. I
Okay,
speculated.
so the new
I thought it
Joy-Cons
was gonna be like
themselves,
a
we got
good
to play with them
400.
today. We got to use
Like
pointer controls. We got
$3.99.
to use mouse controls.
I was wrong.
There's a lot of new sort of functionality under the hood. We got to play games in mouse mode. We got to play Metroid.
Yeah, beautiful
Prime 4
Metroid.
with pointer controls and stick controls, and seamlessly take the Joy-Con, place it down sideways on the table, and a little reticle immediately popped up on the screen, and you just instantly jumped into mouse controls. I thought that was super cool.
So
that was
immediately when you put,
surprising.
you don't
I
have the
would've thought you'd have to
Switch.
go into a menu or pull up a new
what
controller
I did
sync
there?
thing to
And I
get into
snapped.
mouse mode, but you don't. Like Brian was saying, you're holding the split Joy-Con, you put one down vertically on the table, that reticle appears, and now you have a functioning Joy-Con mouse.
New
And
to this gaming
I played the
thing.
entire Metroid Prime 4 demo with mouse controls, and it works
Welcome to my
really,
world.
really well.
It's an
Sometimes
expensive
you have to awkwardly
hobby.
crane your thumb or your pointer finger down to hit a face button.
And
since
here,
you're
I'm
holding
trying to
in
make
that-
it a
in that weird
career.
new way. But otherwise, the aiming worked really, really well. I felt like I was actually doing better at the combat with the mouse controls. So yeah, and we saw mouse controls with a ton of other stuff too, like Mario Party minigames.
Yeah, and some stuff that I didn't like as much, like Drag and Drive, which I
Drag
think
and
that's more
Drive,
of a
that's
game
what that
issue, but
game
actually
was called.
controlling it, I had some issues with. But the Mario Party minigames we played were really fun. When we found out Nintendo was doing controls for something like this, we were kind of like, well, obviously this makes perfect sense for like an RTS game like Civ, but what if you could literally use it to drag and drop emails? And we played an email mini game in Mario Party where you're just moving emails around a screen. The bad ones from Bowser go in the trash.
We
good
need
ones
the
go in
browse-
in
the,
save bin or whatever.
internet browser
whatever
back.
Toad is doing. We also played an air hockey mini game with them. So all of that felt really good. Again, don't know if
Yarn
drift
is
is going to be an
expensive,
issue,
too. I
but the
never pick
Joy-Cons
affordable
themselves
hobbies.
feel high quality, which is important.
Everything's
It's 90 bucks a pair
expensive.
now.
Yes, they are.
It's a
They are very
shame.
pricey, and we also got a good look at the Joy-Con 2 strap,
But
which have mouse
if it's
feet
your
on them
hobby,
now, so you can use mouse
listen,
mode
it's
without
part of your
that wrist
happiness.
strap,
Spend
but
that money.
It feels like a computer mouse when you add that wrist strap on, and it is thinner. It is a little awkward in the hand. I think if you have bigger hands, it might feel a little bit tight, but no, the mouse feet on the Joy-Con strap make it feel really good if you have the right surface, too. I tried it on the back of your hand.
You tried it on the back of my hand,
And
yeah.
it kind of
it
worked.
kind of worked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So most of the demos we played today that used mouse controls literally had a mouse pad on the table. And so obviously that's probably not something you're going to be traveling with. So
Right.
Nintendo's going to have to figure out different ways.
You
that
know
this
they're
can
selling
work with
mouse
different
pads.
surfaces. Because like if you're playing on your leg, which they actually did tell people
And,
to
like,
do in one
character-themed
demo, it'll
mouse
work. If you're playing on the
pads,
back of my
that's definitely
hand,
happening.
you
That's
might have some
definitely
problems.
happening.
But also if you're playing on the back of my hand on a bus, then somebody call the police. I want to get into some other details about the Switch 2 that we got to experience today. The kickstand. Definitely an improvement over the launch model Nintendo Switch 1 kickstand. Probably not as great as the one on the Switch OLED.
Yeah, so this is like a U-shaped kickstand. You've probably seen it if you've looked at the
Jeez.
renders of the Switch 2. But the Switch 1 launched with a very flimsy kickstand that was easy to break, and you could even lose that piece. And then the OLED was kind of the whole bottom half of the backside of the console was the kickstand. This one's kind of the middle ground. It is a U-shaped design that still spans the entire console, and you can still put it at any angle you want. But I could see it like if it gets crushed or dropped, it could get bent and warped out of shape. So yeah, it's not a huge concern of mine, but I think the OLED one is a little bit nicer.
Now, the Nintendo GameCube had something called the C-Stick, with that little yellow nub. Nintendo has brought the C back with the C button, which is now on every Switch 2, and it calls up game chat. So we didn't get to use that specifically because it's a very busy environment, right? We're in a demo area, but we did get to press it a bunch, and we did get to experience some of the interactions that happen with it. Specifically, there is a camera that you can buy for your Switch 2 that's $50. We let it basically film us and put us in Mario Party mini games where we're coming in and out of pipes. We yelled and jumped around, and it registered those movements and sounds, and based on which of us could scream louder,
Oh, that's
we
so
got rewarded
nice.
points.
They're
And
friends.
in classic Mario Party fashion, your team won 2 rounds.
What's that
my
like?
team won 1 round, but my team won the whole
was
thing.
enough.
Yeah, that's all you need.
I usually play
One-
games by
one round.
myself.
So yeah,
And it's not
you
because
know,
I
some
don't
of that
have
stuff,
friends. I just
it's sort of low quality in terms of like
I'm like a
the
single player
visual
person.
aesthetic, and you know, I'm
I've
not
always have
expecting the
been.
best sound out of this thing, but it's pretty cool that there is
Customized
like, a built-in
mouse pads
microphone
would be
now
a
that
good
theoretically
merchandise to get
will
into.
work
Yeah,
with
the
game
second
chat
they're
with friends.
releasing a
Yeah, I got
shadow
flashbacks to
themed mouse
WarioWare
pad.
Snap, to the DSiWare game,
Automatic
if you remember
buy.
that from way back in the day when they showed off the camera, but it functions much better than that. I felt like it was tracking our motions pretty accurately. We were playing the mini games and didn't really have any huge issues. And yeah, like you said, we didn't get to test out the my face is appearing in my box on the Mario Party board and you can see me react when you steal my star. We didn't do that yet, but what we saw
Can
was
you
cool,
imagine
and
Mario
we also
Party
know
with
that
face
it will
cam?
work with
Oh my
other
God.
USB-C cameras, so you don't have to buy the Nintendo Switch 2 camera, but certain
Yo,
ones
steal
will
my
be
star.
compatible
I'm
with
cursing you out, and I
those,
hope
but
you see
yeah,
the
it's cool to see
camera.
that it's not proprietary. You can bring your own camera and plug it in to see if it works.
Lastly, we got to go hands-on with the
Oh, yeah, the
new
Pro Controller.
Nintendo Switch.
There,
2
you can
Pro
actually
Controller.
use
I got that. That's right. Yeah.
Not the Nintendo 2 Switch Pro,
Pro
2
Controller.
or
The
anything
original
like
Pro
that.
Controller,
Nintendo Switch 2
you can
Pro
actually
Controller,
use it.
which feels awesome.
Yes.
on
One of the best
Switch
feeling
2.
video game
They confirmed it. It's on the
controllers they've
website.
made. The Switch 1 Pro controller, like battery life was insane. Build quality was really good. I had some issues with the D-pad and you know usual sort of stick problems.
I was
that
gonna say,
you get
don't
with,
like you
with
don't
a
have
lot of modern
friends.
controllers these days, but
I have
this
very
release,
few
it's
friends.
got,
And
amiibo
some friends
support,
don't
it's got
play
a headphone jack.
games like
Finally,
that.
it's crazy the
So-
last one didn't.
Or
We didn't
if I
stress test
do,
the battery
they don't play
life
the
on
same
unit
games I
itself
play.
just yet, but I'm hoping this becomes another hit and that the D-pad works out really well. We got to play some games with it, but didn't really get to play like twitchy, you know, 2D platformers, fighting games, Tetris, or anything like that. So, what are your thoughts on Pro Controller?
Yeah, it felt like second verse, same as the first. I thought it was a really solid, just kind of iterative step on the Switch 1 Pro Controller. Like you hold
I don't
it,
know.
It feels pretty much the
I
same.
usually
It
get
does have the new
games for, like,
GL and GR
uh,
buttons, which are for the grip, and I press them. They feel
Usually
nice.
get games
I
for
think they might get in
PS5,
the way a little bit.
Switch
you might press
might
them unintentionally sometimes.
be
but
my
they
new
weren't
main.
mapped to anything in the
I
demos we
don't
saw, so we
know.
don't fully know how those are going to work in practice. But no, the Pro Controller is great. I thought it felt really premium, just like the Switch 1 did, and we'll just have to see. Yeah, none of the games we played really were stress tests on the D-pad. It wasn't like a Tetris or something like that. So jury's still out on if they improved that, but I thought the controller itself was really great.
Yeah, it's interesting to see them do programmable back paddles. Like
Yeah.
this is, you know, this is new for them. This is something that Steam Deck has, and Microsoft has done with their controllers before. So all in all, it feels like they are sort of like servicing a lot of the needs of.
I
more
love that
pro
camera
hardcore
feature.
Gamers who have wanted things
Yeah,
like 4K or
I do
120
too,
FPS
but
or programmable back.
I don't think I'm
paddles
gonna
and
buy
voice
it.
chat and all this stuff that, like,
I forgot what
you know,
price
I
it's
think
at.
historically has
Because
not
it's
really
priced
been
really
aligned with
high,
Nintendo
I'm not
hardware,
gonna-
and this is
not
the
gonna buy
kind of
it
stuff they're
like
working on
that,
now.
not like
some
quick.
of that does come with some concerns, obviously. Like the price, $450 is it kind of stings, and seeing battery life can be anywhere between 2 and 6.5 hours in handheld mode. I have a feeling a game like Cyberpunk is going to run that thing into the ground in 2 hours, whereas like, if you're
Cyberpunk looks
playing Mario Kart, you might get a
amazing
couple
on
more
it.
than that.
What?
Yeah, I agree. Battery life on the OLED is so good, and on that Switch 1 model that they launched shortly after launch that had the improved battery, that was a big improvement. So 2 hours, man, like if you're playing Metroid Prime 4 at 120 FPS and it only lasts 2 hours, that is not great. But like you said, this is a premium product. It feels premium, and the price reflects that it's premium. This feels like Nintendo trying to keep up and make strides alongside the handheld PC market.
Yeah, I feel like they're
it's
truly
adding
trying
a lot
with-
of things that those machines have that Switch 1 just didn't have. It's kind of this new market that
With
the
this
Switch 1
console.
created, and then a lot of copycats came along and made some improvements in some ways, and here's Nintendo's revision to answer some of those questions. So I think it feels really good. It is big. It is big in the hands. We compared it with an OLED, and if you put them side by side and you line them up on the left, the entirety of the Switch 2 right Joy-Con juts out from the Switch 1. So it's an entire Joy-Con wider. It's pretty big in the hands, and I think it's going to be pretty heavy in longer play sessions. I don't know if you've seen like those pillows you can get now to like strap your Switch to. So yeah, that might be something people will want because it's a hefty machine, but it's the same thickness, so it's not that beefy to hold, but it's noticeably bigger in the hands.
Well, it remains to be seen if this is going to do Switch 1 numbers again. I can't wait for it either way. It's out June 5th for $450 or $500 with the Mario Kart bundle. We have tons more coverage coming out of the Nintendo Switch 2 hands-on event here in New York City, including all the games we played. So stick around, keep watching IGN for all things Nintendo Switch 2. Thanks, Logan.
Huh.
Brian?
So yeah, like I said, I just feel like Nintendo's really trying with this console and not trying to like improve on themselves, but improve within the times of like what gaming is doing. So yeah, that's nice. Where were we? We were here. Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong time.
What's up, everybody? It's
Look at my
Logan
boy.
and Brian with IGN here, and we spent about 30 minutes playing Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is the first new Donkey Kong game in about a decade, and the first 3D Donkey Kong game since 1999, which is just crazy, and we're going to tell you all about it right now.
Donkey Kong Country and Donkey Kong
Brian,
64 were
Donkey
my
Kong
two
Bonanza.
games that I got introduced to
It is the
Donkey
first
Kong.
3D Donkey Kong in ages, and it's really awesome. Just right off the bat, what do you think of controlling Donkey Kong in a 3D space again?
This was by far my favorite Switch 2 surprise of this direct, this whole era. I am so happy that this character is back with its own game, and being able to control him and how he just has this crazy, you know, sort of Hulk Ultimate Destruction style brute force meets Super Mario Odyssey. It's got this awesome feel of just running around destroying everything. He's got such a great weight to him, and I just love breaking shit in this game. It's awesome.
Yeah, the movement is amazing. DK's moveset is great, but you mentioned a really key game there, which is Super Mario Odyssey, and a lot of people watching.
Yeah, I said that in the video I recorded. I said that it was like Donkey Kong's Odyssey treatment.
Bonanza is secretly Super Mario Odyssey 2. Just, it is. We don't know for sure, but I'm like 99% confident that it is Nintendo EAD Tokyo, the 3D Mario team that made Bonanza, because it is just oozing with that team's identity and personality. Everything from just like the UI and the menu and the font, it looks like Mario Odyssey, and Donkey Kong is collecting golden bananas, and when you grab them, a cutscene plays just like the moon cutscene in Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, it definitely has to be the
Everything
same
about it.
team
This feels like the sequel
for
to
Odyssey.
we never
Has
got.
to be. There's
But
no way
Donkey
that it's
Kong this
not.
time. Did you get those impressions too?
Absolutely 100%. And I think what led it to me, specifically outside of everything you mentioned, is that his moveset has that same feel that Super Mario Odyssey had, right? Where you are chaining together a whole bunch of different, very clever, very fun, very creative moves. And there's a ton of verticality and hopping, and there's, you know, surfing and punching and all this other stuff. And once you start chaining them all together, it brought back that sort of Mario 64 feel to me, which they recreated in Odyssey and Mario Sunshine.
Oh,
Like,
Donkey
so
there,
many great
Kong.
games, and it just has that, but it's Donkey Kong. And so yes, this completely scratched that itch. And so if you're worried you're not getting a 3D Mario game this year, it's okay. This is the one for you. If you loved a 3D Mario game ever, this is the one for you. Trust me.
Yeah, and this is the one from the show floor today that I am just going to think about until it's in our hands in July, because it was just brimming with secrets, and also very similar to Odyssey. There are story-based bananas where it's the quest they want you to do to progress. It is get here, punch this, beat this bad guy, you get a banana. But there's also, I punched this wall here and a banana just popped out. Like they're going to be littered everywhere, just like they were in Mario Odyssey. Brian and I saw completely different things in our different demos. At one point I found
So we got two heavy hitters, Mario Kart World
he gave me a banana just
and
for talking to him,
Donkey
like
Kong
Captain Toad
Bonanza
in Mario Odyssey.
for this
And
year.
Brian, you
Like,
were climbing around this like platforming challenge level that you found.
Yeah, it's really easy
Insane.
to just start punching at a wall, dig a huge tunnel, and find a completely secret cave. There's like this really awesome interaction that Donkey Kong has with his environment where it's almost entirely destructible, and most of it can be punched down or, you know, torn to pieces, and so much of that leads to secrets and surprises, and you kind of pull on a thread and you end up in like a subworld, and all of a sudden you have 30 seconds to collect 3 bananas or, you know, kill 3 big bad guys, and you have to do it in a very clever way. And yeah, standing next to you and playing this game, and we're both finding different things and exploring different environments and going at our own pace, makes me just want to play this game forever.
Yeah, we were just in like the very first area of this game. It was very similar to one of the smaller starter kingdoms of Mario Odyssey, like the Cascade Kingdom is kind of what it felt like. Brian, you mentioned it.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this game.
You can destroy everything in this game, and the game remembers everything you destroyed, which is just really, really impressive tech Nintendo is showing off on Switch 2. You
I don't know, guys. That stream schedule might have to change.
And sometimes there's just treasure in there. Guy was just
I
through a
know.
cave just for the heck of it, and a map just popped out, and oh, now I have a map of the area, I guess, and that was really cool. But when you pause, it goes to this fully rendered 3D top-down map of the area, and if you scroll around it, it remembers the caves you punched, and you can look at them on the map. And I've just never really seen something
That's
like
cool.
that in a Nintendo game. The closest is like Hero's Path from Breath of the Wild, but it's really, really cool.
It reminded me of sort of like a 3D Steam World dig. Or something like that, with a little bit of Minecraft and a lot more aggression. What's cool is that you can reset the damage that you do. Now, there are like some walls you can't break and some things you can't climb, and those are to sort of gate you into specific areas where you're like, oh, I have to go up this one wall, and I can only do it by doing this specific power up. But for the most part, you have the freedom, and there's no timer above you really screaming at you saying, you gotta do this. So just punch stuff and dig around and see what you can find.
Yeah, it's just a perfect fit for Donkey Kong as a character, I feel like. Where Mario Odyssey is all about the parkour and wall jumping and cap throwing, this game is about just destruction and chaos, and you're just constantly moving forward. So let's talk about DK's moveset for just a second, because he feels amazing to control. He can punch downward, he can punch upward, he can punch ahead, he can slap the ground like he can in Retro's Donkey
Yeah, it looks
Kong
pretty
Country
smooth
games,
how you're
and that
controlling
actually
him.
draws collectibles in, so you don't have to run around and gather
Which is
everything. That's a way
how
to
it
do
should
that.
be.
And then he can grab giant stone slabs from the ground, like we're seeing Brian do here, and then hurl them at enemies. Yeah, please don't.
I actually thought he was gonna throw it. I'm not gonna lie. It would have been funny if he threw it and the camera would just like fell.
And it just spins underneath you, kind of like like a weird boogie board or something like that. And it starts to grind down the more you ride on it. And there's a whole bunch of moves you can do from there. So again, like before, chaining these moves together, they're all really aggressive and really fun. I think this is just gonna be, it's gonna be so playful. I feel like kids are gonna have a blast with this game, just wrecking stuff.
Yeah, kids and I think speedrunners too, because
Oh yeah, well,
Odyssey is a
speedrunners are
fantastic
going
speedrunning
to
game, and
speedrun this
we
game
found
within like a
lot of
week.
cool tech that
They're
Donkey
gonna
Kong
find
has
out.
Just in a half hour with this, he can also climb any wall. By the way, there's some slippery surfaces he can't scale, but for the most part, you can just climb up and get to the top of any mountain. But we talked to some PR folks from Nintendo that basically said, oh, there's so much stuff in that demo that Donkey Kong can do that we didn't see, and that is just so exciting to think about. All the like you mentioned earlier, Odyssey is all about chaining together these combos, and I think people are going to do.
I wonder how
crazy
long they
stuff
were
as
working
DK
on
in
this game.
Yeah, I think my only concern
gotta be like a
with
4-year
the demo
development.
so far, the game so far, is that
Maybe even
sometimes
more.
DK moves so fast in the underground areas, punching through walls so quickly that the camera just can't keep up, and it gets a little disorienting down there. Now, I could slow down, but where's the fun in that?
Yeah, no, this game is all about being fast, and it's just really a different idea for a 3D platformer of this style. It almost feels like, I don't know, Wario World on GameCube or something like that, but better than that game. I think it feels a lot better than that game did. And yeah, there's tons of collectibles too littered everywhere. We were finding fossils and coins that maybe were like regional coins, like purple coins in Odyssey. I think there's going to be outfits. We saw Donkey Kong wearing like pants at the beginning of this. And
So there's cosmetics
yeah,
in
what
this
do you
game.
wanna see
Ah, well, that
Donkey
makes
Kong
sense
wearing
because
in this one?
Odyssey had cosmetics.
Nothing, not even the tie. To take it off, tie it around your head. Yeah, but that is Donkey Kong Bonanza. It's out July 17th. This is a $70 game, unlike Mario Kart World, which is an $80 game. And yeah, we can't wait to see more about this one. But for now, while we wait for July, we have a ton more Switch 2 coverage.
Yeah, there's gonna be a
on
lot
IGN,
more
including
news coming
previews
up
of
about
the
this
hardware
game.
of Nintendo Switch
Both
2
this and Mario
Kart
Kart
and
World.
all the other
I didn't
games
think they were gonna
that
drop
saw
two
at the
games
show.
like
So
that,
Brian,
like
thanks so much.
back
For
to
everybody
back,
else, Switch
but
2, keep it locked.
because the
IGN.
Switch only had what 1-2 Switch and Breath of the Wild, and that was it. And those really weren't like the heavy hitter was Breath of the Wild. That was it. So, alrighty, we are okay. I do want to see how Cyberpunk is running on. Is this the trailer? I want the trailer. Show me how it runs if they have that footage. They don't. Because I saw it in that one video in the background, and it looked so beautiful. Like, it was smooth as hell. What is not what I would expect from Cyberpunk running on a Switch. But this is Switch 2,
Now that
so.
we've seen the new flow for Grand Prix.
Oh, why is this one in
let's jump to
HD?
something a
What the
little different
fuck?
and
Yeah.
try and
Why is this
try
one in
and,
1080p?
relax ourselves
Yeah.
After that.
Now we
wow.
can breathe.
Yeah. All right. So one of the new components of Mario Kart World is free roam. And so when you hit the plus button there, you can just automatically jump right into free roam. And here we are, just driving around in the world. And
Alright.
we can take another
Go
look.
any way you
Where we
want.
just
Yeah.
were, yeah.
You could take
So-
another look at some of the courses.
Which is off to our right.
Yeah. So as you can see over here, this is Mario Brothers Circuit, one of the course that we started on for the Mushroom Cup. And as you can see, like, there's no when you drive off course, Locky 2 doesn't come and pick you up like he does in the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
You can drive anywhere.
Anywhere
just
at
kind of
all.
Explore. Yeah.
And
Grab
there's
a
items there,
snack.
yeah.
Yeah,
there you
You
grab
can
a
go
little
to the
bit of fast
diner,
food,
get
yeah.
yourself a milkshake.
Yeah.
Go to Yoshi.
Not really, but you know, theoretically.
And I could take a quick look at the map here, and you could see where it exists in the world and get an idea of some of the other courses. And we could see over here is Crown City and DK Spaceport. We'll stay at Mario Brothers Circuit for a little bit and explore a little bit more.
Because you could drive there too if you want.
Yeah, and here you can get a little bit more practice on the course if you wanted to, but there's a lot more to discover in free roam mode. And let's drive around a little
Yeah,
bit.
let's
See what we
check
can
I
find.
wonder how
Oh,
detailed this is gonna
around
be.
here.
Hi, friend. There's the whole Toad driving the car.
Yeah.
Koopa Troopa driving.
Obviously,
the
you're
other
not gonna be
car.
like,
There are
get out the
so
car.
many details in this world
But,
that you
you know.
can start to get an idea of when you no longer have the pressure of racing behind you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Like there's sections up here I discovered when I was in free roam mode earlier on Mario Brothers Circuit.
What's
that
so
there
fun?
were,
You're telling
some
me, like,
rails up in the
I
top that I didn't
want
know
this game right
existed.
now.
You can basically create a
I want it right
strategy
now.
while you're
Yeah.
here for when you're in the race.
And
And here's a new.
Yeah,
thing.
this is new. When you're racing on the water, your vehicle kind of transforms into this watercraft mode, which is really cool.
I love all the signage everywhere.
Yeah, there's
The touches, yeah.
there's a lot of like branding and stuff in the world. You see, you've got all these ads
Red
on the side of
shell.
the world. Yeah.
Luigi tires.
Okay, well let's go over to Crown City for a
All right.
moment.
Huh.
Take a look at,
So you can
and get
fast
another
travel.
perspective. There is a day and night cycle
As we see
when
here.
you're in the world, and there are weather systems too that can affect the way things look.
Yeah.
I want to let this shy guy
saw
pass
that
me so I can drive, get a little bit off course here, so you can. Get
I
an
look at the little
idea of
toads.
what it's
You
like
can
to
see them
drive
in the
around
car.
There's a Yoshi.
I know.
And you can
don't run him over.
You can
Yeah.
also even stop and hang out.
Yeah.
Like you could, yeah, you say hi to the Yoshi.
Hello.
Hi, Red Yoshi.
Looks great.
All right. Well, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and find a jump real quick so I can get a cool pose.
Hit him!
Yeah.
God
And then we'll-
darn
then
it!
we'll jump
But I
into
wanted him to
photo
hit the
mode.
toad.
Nice.
Here
Oh,
we
right
go.
here? Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go. The moment. Perfect.
All right. So let's.
Look
Oh, so this is photo mode.
Photo mode.
Excellent.
Adorable.
All right, and we'll I think we're gonna end things there for this segment.
Yes.
That looks
He
great.
he goes to the jump,
All
and then he
right.
doesn't do the
So
jump,
everybody-
and then he's like, I'm gonna show photo mode. Alright, we're done. The fuck? Alright. I guess this is the second one.
Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Nintendo Treehouse Live. Nintendo.
Yeah, this was this.
Switch
Actually,
2.
give me 1 second. I will be right back. Ah! Ah! God. Oh God, I probably made like a crazy noise with the mic. My bad. Alright.
I am Demetrius, and I'm joined here with
Oh, shit.
Sam
These chords.
and Kendra. And this is Mario Kart World. All right, I'm so excited. It's all right, Sam. Why don't we talk about what we're going to be doing here?
Yeah. Okay. I got a lot of
World
videos
of
to get through.
Mario
All right.
Kart. Mario Kart World.
Shit, I shouldn't
And
have
as the
skipped
name
it.
implies, there is a whole new
Shouldn't have
world
skipped
of
it.
Mario Kart to explore in this game. And as such, we're not.
Look at
we're
my
not gonna
girl,
be able to get
Daisy.
into
Oh my
super
God.
detail
Yeah.
into everything today. As you saw
Does
in
it?
the
No,
Direct
Daisy's my
yesterday,
favorite character.
There is a
I love
dedicated
Daisy so
Mario
much.
Kart World Direct that will give us the deep dive information in a couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that. But for right now, this is going to
Oh,
really
look
just
at
going to be
Luigi.
a first look. And today we're going to be jumping into the Grand Prix and show you the new flow for how
Yes.
Grand Prix works in this game.
Toad's design
we're
changed,
starting out on
too.
the character select screen, and I just wanted to highlight some of the cool animations that we're looking
It's
at.
so great.
Mario does that dance from Mario
Got that
Odyssey.
little
Mario
dance
doing his
going.
little shimmy.
Yeah.
Luigi.
Luigi looks so cute. Earlier you had it on Toad, who.
Okay,
you
yeah,
could
we'll
just,
go
again,
back to
again,
Toad.
yes. I mean, come on.
One of my favorites is Waluigi.
He's
here. He
adorable.
looks like he's ready to rumble.
He really does. He's ready to throw down.
Okay, so but for this here, we're gonna stick with Mario.
Yes.
We're gonna try and minimize
Lame.
distraction.
Thought he was gonna pick someone
and
different.
You can see that we've got these fully formed vehicles now. We're no
Correct.
longer selecting individual cart parts like we were in Mario.
I don't know
Kart
if I like
8.
that.
You can still see the details, so you can
Yep.
still get your stats. And we've got some really cool vehicles. One of my favorites.
It's gonna
is
get
Charging Shark.
Such a good one.
Yeah.
take some time to get
Um,
used
and the,
to.
and the baby blooper.
And the baby blooper, yeah. For right now, I'm gonna roll with the standard card.
Still great.
Nice. Classic.
Classic.
And we're gonna do the Mushroom Cup. You can see we've got
Daisy's
4
your
brand new
girl, too.
courses here. Mario Brothers.
She's
Circuit,
just the
Gravity
best.
City, Whistle Stop
She's the
Summit,
best.
DK Spaceport. And then on the map, you can see that these courses are actually connected in a physical
Correct.
world, and we are going to drive between them in the Grand Prix flow. But we'll show a little bit more of
Yeah.
that later. So let's do Mushroom Cup, and we're gonna go with 100cc, take it a little bit slower so that we could take in more of the details.
This
of the
dude's
plane.
corny.
Road trip.
Yeah. That's kind of the
100cc?
idea, you know, that
Totally.
all of this is in a world.
Mario, basic standard
So
cart.
we got, Mario Brothers Circuit.
Get me someone else to
So
play this
when you
game.
select a cup, you get this flyover of the
Let me
courses that
play.
you're gonna
How about
be
that?
racing on.
So good.
Look at him.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it showcases the Grand Prix
I'm
before
already
you
seeing
hit
new
into
ways
it.
to go.
That's nice.
Haven't done
Well,
before.
The more
That
you
course
add
looks
courses, the more
fucking
details that
cool.
you'll notice on
Yeah.
the periphery of different routes and different things that you can do.
I love all the little details and the little signs.
All right.
First
Mario
race.
is ready.
Yeah.
I love
And
this
we can-
Mario's
animation.
ready. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Is that a cheap cheap?
And as Sam gets ready here, he's getting ready to start. You notice that there are
Oh.
24 racers as well.
Yeah, 24
Yeah.
racers on
I'm trying to listen to
starting
the
grid.
music too.
And if you think about
I wonder if they're
Mario
going the
Kart, it's
jazzy
like a
route again.
mathematical formula for potential chaos.
I like
Increasing the
Waluigi,
number
too. He's
of-
funny.
Of racers to 24 is a
Waluigi.
very significant variable in increasing that chaos.
I like him too. I hate
Yeah.
Wario. I don't like Wario.
That's what makes it
Not
so
one bit.
good.
I hate him.
You never know what's gonna happen.
All right. There we
Oh,
go.
nice.
Damn.
Right into second
Nice.
place. All right.
That coin, yep.
Got a battle here, though.
DJ still has me.
Oh, nice.
nice.
Got it. You got
I
it.
timed that well.
So lucky there. So we've got some coins.
Oh,
And-
that's
Great. We still got so many more coins.
Look at all those
Oh.
coins.
yeah. That's
Oh my god, where do these coins come from? Oh, you can
And
go
one thing I wanna
above.
say, too, is,
10.
the way the
Okay,
box is
'cause I remember the
behind
limit for Mario Kart 8 was
it's
10
actually being held there
coins.
without Sam having to hold down a button.
Correct.
So
That's correct.
a new thing
Yeah.
to this game, and it's very helpful, I will say.
Yeah, items automatically assume that defensive position. You no longer have to hold a button down.
Okay.
Holding on to this for long.
So it just stays back there.
I mean, it's
Oh,
smart.
see,
Nice.
to lose all
Okay,
your-
Look at that.
all right, yeah. A
Oh.
couple of new things there. A
Yes.
couple of new things there. So there was
Good.
a brief rail.
Yo,
ride
they're stealing
into a
Sonic's
ride.
flow. Yeah, I just realized that. They're grinding on rails now.
So you
Give
I didn't
give
even
my
notice
boy his
that.
flow
I was
back.
so
Bro,
focused on
no.
doing
No.
So you'll notice the first time I took
No.
this lap, I took a slightly different route here. And now you can see my vehicle, you don't have those like gliders that you had in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Now your vehicle's
Those
got
little wings.
yes,
Yeah.
round wings.
They have a...
Which is
I-
really cool.
It's still gliding.
and I
The
also
gliding looks
appreciate
different.
Your defensive strategy here, Sam.
What do you do
like
with the
hanging onto
coins?
your item.
Yeah.
Okay, so the max is 20 now. So the coins, like,
Hang on to this for a little while.
helps you go
Right
faster.
around
So
the
the
rail
more
now,
coins you have,
and
the
this
faster
is
you go.
something that's new. You can see that I
But
can build
in Mario Kart
boosts
8, it was
just like I
10.
could,
Now it's 20
just
is the
like you
max.
can with drifting. Yeah,
Wall
like that.
riding is
Yeah,
wild.
It's
Yeah.
really really fun to do. So if you think about like in Mario
Stole
Kart,
my
you can
flow
watch-
bar for bar. No,
You
really.
had those see, and now it's raining.
You were quite ahead in first, but it looks like everyone's
I
starting
love
to catch
this
up.
detail. You could see how Mario's hat gets wet in the rain.
Oh yeah.
It's
Look
so
at that.
The
cool.
course is getting
Yep.
completely wet too. It's changing the way it looks.
This
So
game
it's
looks
awesome.
beautiful.
Okay, I've got a little bit of a lead here, so I'll finish with a little flourish.
Look at that.
Oh, look at you.
Boom.
Ooh, okay.
Good job.
I take back him being
Thank
corny.
you.
You know, a
I'm
little.
proud of that. I'm
little
happy
style
to play
there.
that way.
And Mario looks amazing with the crown on
Yeah.
top of the hat. We got 2 hats going on.
Well, that's
Everybody's
this,
getting
this
trash
could
in this
be a
game.
very temporary state, so please no early congratulations.
No, I just got so excited. You did so good.
All right, next race.
All right, so we'll get on to the next race. And as you can see here, yeah, it's drawing our path to Crown City, and that's because, well, look, we're starting the next course, but we're still here at Mario Brothers Circuit. And that's because we're not.
Yeah, the
just
lightning
gonna
isn't
be
bad.
transported
I was like,
to
but
Crown
like what?
City. We're gonna drive
5
them. These
seconds
courses are
compared to like
connected in a world.
10
Oh,
seconds?
don't miss your boost.
Oh no, I was too busy talking.
That's all right.
I
You'll
got
make
to
it up. You'll
yammering.
make it up.
It's all good.
So you
So
do
now
hold a
Yoshi.
place
By Yoshi
Yeah.
here.
while you're traveling.
Yeah, so we're on the road to. Oh my
Oh my
god.
Okay.
gosh, the Goomba.
Poor Goomba.
Okay.
We're on the road. Oh.
You got
Did
it.
he
That's a
not
win.
see that
You're
car?
good, you're good. As you can tell, there's a lot of obstacles in the course. There's a lot of different people you want to drive around. Just be careful. Ooh,
There's
Yeah,
enemies
a lot of
on
traffic
this.
here, including
Wow.
Goombas. And so
Oh
you
my
start,
goodness,
you
there you
start to
go.
get the idea.
There's
that, like,
enemies.
You know,
On the
these
map.
sections in between the courses sort of blur the line of like what is a course. The whole world starts to feel like a course in Mario Kart.
That's
World.
why it's called Mario Kart
Yeah,
World.
It's so much fun.
Oh, you're gonna be able to get.
Yeah,
Oh,
nice, nice.
get him.
Oh, I thought he was gonna
What the
turn into
fuck
a-
type of aim was
I
that?
was gonna say, yeah, that blue shell is coming though.
Oh, that was aimed at the. Okay.
Okay, we
You can drive to the
see
next
in
world.
distance
Yeah,
there, we're coming
like
up
that's the
on
whole
Crown
point of
City.
this.
See
It's
that gyro
insane
there.
that like
Just about to
it
be
doesn't
right
just
there.
stop like
All right, we're getting on our way.
at
Oh,
like
you
the
got
first
it.
race and you go to the next race. You're basically doing the race throughout the whole world. Like,
Mario's
I
excited.
spoke too soon.
Let's
We got a
take
red shell coming after you. All right.
why didn't he trick off of that?
Did I? I had a,
You
I had a
dodged
red
it.
zone.
Yeah.
See, I would already been drifting by this
So,
point.
As we're about to approach.
Yeah, get those points.
Crown
Yeah.
City
Let me
here.
play.
One
Oh my
course,
god.
where did that come
I have
from?
Let me
no
play.
idea where that
Don't
came
worry
from.
about it.
Be very careful. All right, things looking good.
Going for that rail.
Yeah, I'll
Yes.
take it. Yeah, the more you
Uh.
play these courses, the more you start to realize these rails are all over the place. And there are different routes and different paths that you can take.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
still
very
discovering new
beneficial.
stuff.
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah, you're
so
already
much
racing, so you
Yo,
I
I'm
was, so
literally
it's great
eating
to see.
good this year. We
And
got
as you could see,
Mario
you
Kart
can now
World,
do multiple tricks when you're
Sonic
in the
Racing
air.
Cross Worlds,
awesome.
All right, this is good.
and
Okay, here we
Got
go.
Kirby Air
going
Riders.
on.
About to make our way.
There's people cheering. In the
As far as
background.
racers go, I am eating good.
And you can just see all these banners that are up on Mario Kart TV. Really cool stuff. Oh, okay. Wow, look at you going in.
Yeah, you're really. I know. You're
Making me
It's,
proud.
it's really fun to do.
And it looks like all.
I wonder what the
competition's
online's gonna
starting to
look
catch
like.
up behind you here.
Since it's not like you're waiting in the
Not
room
over
anymore,
yet. You
like
still
for the
gotta-
next
you gotta
race,
Hold
like,
that position.
I was gonna say this
it's
a
just
little bit
one
earlier,
big
but in
race
Mario
with
Kart
a lot of people.
8,
Oh shit!
Oh,
He almost fucking blew Mario the
This
fuck
game is not
up.
gonna wait for me to speak.
no. Every time it happens, they're like, nope, nope.
Oh.
Ah shit! The blue shell.
Oh.
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 Oh. I respect it. I respect what you're trying to do there.
Still,
You can
still
hold
got
it.
it.
Look at
Still got
that.
it.
Hey.
Clutch win.
Wow.
Clutch win.
You had some good acceleration.
I was being threatened by.
Looking
Bowser
forward to
Jr.
you
That was
streaming
like-
this game.
3
Yo,
seconds
these streams
later,
gonna be
that
crazy.
was
I ain't gonna lie.
Second place.
I'm ready for it right
All
now.
right, so what are our overall standings?
I'm
Okay,
halting
you're-
the stream schedule
Yeah.
that we have for this
Really
channel.
hot on my heels.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Okay, on to
You
the
kidding me?
next. That was so
Mario
cool.
Those
was
games can
really
wait.
Stoked about that.
Yeah.
So up next is Whistle Stop Summit, but of course we're gonna drive there first.
Yeah, we're not just gonna transport ourselves there.
Seeing some
Third race.
Mario
Remember
Sunshine
that
characters there.
rolling
Yeah.
start? Don't forget that boost, Sam. There
Yeah,
you go.
thank
You
you.
got it.
Thank you.
Look at all the
gotcha.
toads. They're so cute.
A little delicate.
Yo, Donkey's an issue.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of diner, here we
Let's
go.
go.
Yes.
Let's
Get
get
a
some
little
dash.
snack. Yeah, there we go.
All right, dash food. Yum.
Oh,
I like how
between
bouncy the
between
animation
cards.
is.
Okay, so like, what's one of the most fun things about going on a road trip? Is like trying all the
Very
different
clean.
It's
in these different places.
Wait,
that
the
you've
fuck,
been
are we
to.
ordering a
I've got
cheeseburger?
burger here.
There
It
you
gives a
go.
boost and
The cheeseburger changes the, okay, the food changes the,
Go off that surfboard. Go off the surfboard. Oh,
outfits.
Oh,
it cursed me.
oh,
Oh, damn, he almost had
Oh,
him.
you got it right.
right.
No!
His aim is terrible.
Oh, hey, it works out.
Let me shut up.
You meant to do that.
yeah, we'll call that planned. That bank
Bank shot. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh.
Yo,
wow.
donkey is an issue.
Okay, so now we're
Just because you got a new game coming out doesn't mean that you get to be
There we go.
flashy and stuff.
Are you gonna be able to do it? Yeah.
Tricks
There we go.
mid-air?
Okay, nice.
I'll race here,
I
but
know there's some rails there.
Yeah.
Nice. There we go.
so because this is a rail station,
Oh.
there are a lot of rail
That-
riding opportunities
and a
around
lot of
here.
green
and a lot of green
shells.
shells. You're right.
Oh, the 4? Oh. Ooh.
Ooh, that was very close.
All right. How many coins do you have? You have 10. All right, so you're looking pretty good there.
I'll get a few more.
Yeah. Okay, and there's some nice. Oh wait, you already have 2 items. yeah.
Oh,
there
nice.
you go.
Yeah,
There you
get
go.
up on the
I
rails
like that.
here. This is really fun.
Oh, watch out for that.
I know.
Oh!
Like, you saw it from...
Brilliant second.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
What?
we can bring
Okay.
this
What
back.
is this
Yeah, we've
dude,
got some
man?
time. We've got
Okay.
some time. You're good.
You know, you've been very lucky. I've seen a couple red shells now, like behind you, and it's not been able to catch up with you. So that's great. Oh. Okay.
Okay,
We're good.
no.
We're good.
What were you trying to do?
Like, you got this, Sam.
A few more coins
Moving
that can
and
never
grooving.
hurt.
Yeah. Oh.
Nice.
Hey,
Oh, look at that.
hey.
Beautiful.
I like how you can chain that together.
Take
Copying
it again.
Sonic's flow.
You got
There we
this.
Sorry, I'm like now the heart.
Rail switching.
No
Good.
pressure, but all the pressure.
Got some healthy adrenaline
Yeah,
going on.
here we
Take
go.
a few more.
I see you,
coins.
Mario.
This is looking good.
Oh no, DK.
This game is great.
Oh, I get you go. There we go. Oh.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Did DK go flying off?
Yeah, he died. I saw that. He just like
I don't know. but
fell
I'm
off the
never
side
happy
of
with
the
that.
map.
Yeah, it looked great. Here we go.
Yes.
All right.
Good shit.
I'll take
Finishing
the
in style.
riding the rail to victory.
Yes.
Setting off a good pace. I'm liking this. Getting first.
Look at Mario.
Yeah, but you could see how those rails really change your path.
It really
Yeah, I see
does,
that's the
yeah.
main
And you can
gimmick.
do something different.
It's the rail
every
switching.
time.
Yeah, it opens up so many possibilities.
What the heck? You
really
came out of
does.
nowhere. Legit
All right.
scared me.
Okay,
Driving to DK
spaceport.
Spaceport. I loved it.
I know. I am super
Yeah.
excited for this one.
Goodbye, Whistle Stop Summit.
How are like people are complaining about this game? I don't
Final race.
I don't get it.
Oh my goodness.
I don't get it.
All right.
This looks so fun.
Perfect.
Like
Yes.
people just hate
Okay,
fun.
DK got it too.
And I get it, the price tag. Trust me, I get it. But it's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, you dropped it off of him? Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
You
Oh.
can see there was a little ramp up there to that power line, so you can rail ride on those power lines.
So cool.
Mm,
Let's see,
I know that
items
song.
coming up here if you can get them.
I forgot what that song is from. Look how long.
We'll take
Okay,
the
get
coins.
some coins. Yep.
Wow.
Green
Right,
shell was
yeah.
right there.
Well,
I love this travel, like
Yeah, it is. It's DK.
DK wants
in
to
between the
ride.
races.
by
I
both.
love it. I love that animation when it said boom. It's just so like,
Oh,
Nice.
no.
so flavory.
Get him.
Oh.
Damn.
So you see how
Okay.
a comfortable lead can be removed from you instantly. Okay, so we're passing this sort of security gate now, and we're getting into.
Like I said, I love the
DK
day-night cycle.
Right.
We're on our way there.
You might
Let's
see
get something good.
some familiar.
All right,
sort of
red shell, take it.
girder patterns
Again,
back
I
there.
wonder how
See
long
the
they were
entire
working
course
on this one.
all the way out there, which is so.
Because I know Marker 8 was out for a long ass time. So they had a lot of time to work on this.
Oh, that was great.
Bop my guy upside the head.
Sam, you got
No,
this.
they literally did.
Doing my best.
Here we go. Oh.
See if I can get a draft.
Yeah,
in.
like a little bit
Close enough.
closer.
Oh, he missed items.
Get him.
Yeah, I think you're almost
Green
there.
shell,
Oh.
yeah.
He's right in front of you. You missed this shit.
You gonna turn into it?
Oh,
Yep.
that's, yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, because your aim sucks. You had to do
You
that.
got it. You got it. I can see
That was
the
a
look.
good
Yeah.
like,
Because this is a stage I wanted to see.
me with my green shell.
Yeah, we can see Robo DK.
I was gonna
up
say,
there.
Preparing.
Yep. Okay. So you got
Good.
5 more
Can you
laps to
connect
go.
the Switch 2 to the TV? Yes. So that's what the dock is
So
for.
this is,
That dock has a HDMI connected in. You connect it to your
you can
TV.
rail ride
Once you
up
slip
here
the
and dodge these barrels.
Yeah, watch
switch
it.
into that dock, it automatically connects to the TV.
Evacuate all items.
Just like the original Switch did.
It's kind of good you ended up there, though.
Strategy.
Yeah, I know.
You can pick up some coins to make up for what you lost.
Took it too tight.
Yeah. This right here was always tricky to me, just trying to dodge the barrels that come in and out.
Right.
Like,
I love these old school vibes. This is
yeah.
yes.
You almost there, you got it.
If you
I
have
was gonna watch this by
shells
myself,
or any kind of
but I
shell,
decided to stream.
you aim them
Why not?
properly, you can
I haven't streamed in a while, so
with the shells.
Nice.
So-
decided
Which
to
would be a
stream
good strategy,
this.
keep you from running into something. Okay, I'm concentrating now. Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, you got it, you got it, you got it.
I know. I'm not even playing, and my heart is going.
I know.
okay.
Oh,
I like the
oh,
chaining of the rail
Somebody behind me.
switching.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah, they just.
And now this is where we get to see the wall riding.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Nice.
probably a race off of that.
Look at that.
Oh, that's so satisfying. Oh my
See,
god,
there was
that's
a
so
red shell.
satisfying.
You dodged every red shell. That's been great. No, not the blue.
Can't dodge that blue shell.
Another one. Come on, right in the turn.
I know.
And
We're getting toward the end of the
Final
course too.
lap. Oh,
get him! Oh my god, he used a red shell for protection. God damn it.
Oh, no.
Oh, that barrel took a turn. Okay.
Okay, you got this. You got it.
Now it's getting
Is
tense.
he behind you?
Hit
Okay, he's
those
behind
jumps.
you.
Okay.
Okay,
Get
you're
past
back in
this.
first.
He's got it. He's got it.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Well
yes.
done.
Holy
Well
shit.
done.
Good job. Okay, I'm clapping now.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now.
Holy
That
cow.
was a nail biter at the end there.
My heart is going crazy. All right. Okay, hard earned
This
victory.
game-
Even at 100 cc, that was a challenge.
Ah, I'm so
All right,
excited.
well, I will,
I'm
I
glad
will
you shared this
revel
because
in the
now I
victory.
found something to do with my free time. Listen,
Little banana loaded
that's all I do.
screen. Look at that little.
I'm not working. I'm not doing things creatively. I'm playing
Mario
games.
Brothers Circuit.
It keeps me
Celebratory
sane.
fireworks.
So that
I love
$80,
that.
$90 price tag,
Yeah, I know.
I
It's
love
kinda
Wearing his
worth
outfit.
DK in second.
He was hot on my trail the whole time.
Yeah. All right.
He's got big dreams.
he did great playing.
Little guy, big dreams.
He was alright. He was
Perfect.
okay.
Well done. Well done.
Now.
Kept making like silly mistakes. Alright, that was pretty. I didn't know it was gonna be that long. Oh, Donkey Kong Bonanza is like 21 minutes. Shit. Metroid is 9. Then we got another. Oh, so we got the knockout tour. How that works. That's 11. Then we got another Donkey Kong Bonanza for 20 minutes. And then do I want to look at the Zelda notes? Not really. Only because I want to keep that to myself. All right. Donkey Kong.
Back to Nintendo Treehouse Live with Nintendo Switch 2. I'm
$680 for a
here
game,
with
$500 for a console,
K,
plus
BK,
tax,
and
'cause I live in
DK,
Jersey.
Because we're going to be looking
Listen.
at Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Oh, I love her hair.
I am so excited for an all-new 3D adventure with Donkey
Yeah.
Kong. BK, let's just jump right in.
Yeah, why waste
it's a lot of money.
Yeah, we're gonna.
It's a lot
start
of money.
Right at the beginning of this section here.
Oof, Lord.
This is pretty much the first thing you see when you start the game.
Yeah.
So, he's finally here. You've all been waiting so long.
Look at my boy.
Love this look for DK. He looks amazing.
So all imposing, yet so
Bob
cute
Ross.
at the same time.
Yeah.
He does look like Bob
this is,
Ross.
this
He has the
first
exact Bob
experiment
Ross
talking
look.
About some of the new controls DK has in this game, because he's a lot more action-oriented in this game, in a very hands-on way, as you might be seeing me. He punched through walls here,
Yeah.
forming the area around me here.
As you might imagine, one of the big sort of elements of DK is his strength.
Yeah.
And that's on full display here.
Yeah, that's the coolest thing about this game is almost everything around you is destructible. So
Well, and we just saw you rip up a chunk of the terrain too and use that to cause more havoc. So
I'm just destroying shit
Possibilities are endless
the whole
here.
time.
Yeah, and you can pretty much
That's all I'm
chunk
doing.
off of everything as I've done here. So once you have a chunk, you can play around to your heart's content.
Right, so here in this segment, we're really going to be looking at some of the first areas.
Look at that animation with his tongue out.
To kind of
Oh
set up where we are and what we're doing here. Some rumors have started to spread of this material sprouting up on this island, Ingot Isle, and it's called Banandium. And
Banandium.
is this gold, but also in these Banandium gems that you can see here.
Oh,
They're
banana.
shaped like bananas,
And apparently pretty
it must
tasty.
it must also be delicious because DK loves to eat it.
That's one of my other favorite things. We're getting a little bit more info about golden bananas here, and a little more about Banandium gold. Don't mix them up. Do not mix up gold and Banandium gold. One is edible, the other's not.
So we're talking to this prospector monkey over here, just kind of giving us a quick explanation of what we're doing here and why. What else do we need to know then? We need to let's find more bananas. That was pretty tasty.
High five, bud. Yeah, now that we're in an open area here, I want to show off a couple more of his moves. DK's got a roll. Roll is back. You can also do a roll and a jump.
Nice.
Those moves are back. You can also spin, which I like. Especially good with his little
With his
headlamp on there.
headlamp, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a disco party.
Yeah, it's like a little dance party. Oh, you know what? One other thing I want to show off really quick is how the chunks interact with each other. Sam, you want to talk about that for a minute?
Yeah. So he's just torn a chunk out of the ground there, but as you can see, it's sort of this soft material.
His face.
And if you go into your throwing stance there, you can see that as you start to target different things, it not only tells you what that material is, but how strong it is and gives you a little bit of its properties. So if you want to throw that there, you can see that what you picked up is this muddy, soft chunk, right? So it sort of
stuck
sticks
right
to the wall. Yeah. And if you go and pick up something a little harder, so
I
if you grab
wonder-
a chunk out of the wall there, so now you've got something tough.
Oh. Hit that
You can
sign there.
destroy elements.
Yeah,
I wonder if you can use that like a
well.
platform. Create platforms.
Dirty terrain.
So now you can actually break apart the wall when you throw that stuff.
Oh, and one other thing about Bananium Gold I like a lot is it's actually brimming with energy. You know, it's enough to power DK, certainly.
Yeah, look at the little sparks coming off of
But when you throw a chunk of it, it's highly
It's explosive.
it. Very fun to play with in
Yeah.
a controlled setting.
You know what? Since I've already kind of made a dent in this wall, I actually want to show off how many cool hidden things there are. Like there's this little hidden alcove back here. You would never know it's back here. It's just a surprise to find by destroying the environment around you.
This stuff is everywhere.
Yeah, we're gonna call this the chill out room for a second.
And you just saw BK slapping the
Just
ground.
a
That's the hand
random-
slap move. It kind of allows you to pick up a lot of the dropped collectibles that are around you at
Exploration
once,
in this
so you
game is
don't
gonna be
have to
insane.
run around collecting them individually, which is really nice. Because as you can see, there's lots of gold and stuff hiding in the walls that you can.
Yeah.
Oh
We're
Lord.
picking up tiny chunks of Bananium.
Overwhelming.
Gold, picking up Bananium chips.
Yeah, I don't know if I said this earlier, but the rumors have started to spread of this Bananium material appearing on Ingot Isle. So DK and these prospector monkeys have descended upon the isle to try and collect as much of this stuff as they can.
Making friends here in the mines. Yeah, it's cool to-
What was
it's
that?
cool to see these other guys out here staking their claim, trying to earn their fortune. And, you know, DK's doing the same. But he's more interested in eating them than he is anything else. Got some more stuff here.
Yeah.
Some more of Bananium
If
gold.
anything remains consistent about DK, it is his love for bananas.
Yeah, one other handy thing is that DK can't be harmed by any of these explosions.
And thank goodness.
And thank goodness, because it's going to be causing
I'm
a lot
on
of them.
break.
Got a tough skin.
I love
And we can also smash our way through
the
these crystals here,
detail
pick up
of
more
this
those
game.
Bananium
Like
chips.
I love it.
Ooh.
We have found our prize.
That prospector monkey is really happy about it.
So is DK. Look at him.
Every face he makes in this game is the best.
So expressive.
Banana. I love.
Eat it up, bud. You deserve it.
I love it.
Delicious.
So we're gonna keep working our way down here in this mine. DK is no stranger to mines, of course, but it's nice to see him doing it a little bit more full time. Oh yeah, you can also pick up chunks of varying size. Like everything kind of changes and deforms in a different way. So let's see if I can actually cause some extra havoc here for a second with this extra long chunk of.
Look at that.
Oh, and some walls are a little tougher, so there's some handy devices here to help you through. I can't actually just punch down this thing, so a special dive punch is required to really kick this thing off.
I love
Look
it.
at
It's
all
so
of that.
satisfying,
Yeah.
right?
I want those. I want those.
Get it, get
Yeah,
it, get
there's
it.
the hand slap.
It didn't look like the
Yeah, you
frame
use the hand
skipped,
slap to kinda
so
collect a
that's
lot of the
good.
gold that
I didn't
collects
see
around
anything.
you.
Right, and there are also some switches and things up ahead. That,
Odyssey was pretty
interact
smooth
with
with
the
like
hand
frame
slap and
rate,
can cause
so
the terrain
I'm
to
expecting
change
this
in
game
different
to be.
ways.
Those geysers are
But with the
so
amount of
satisfying.
destruction that is done,
Hands have also
I don't know.
affect some things in the world.
Ooh.
around you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's.
Which I
Oh
think
my
is cool.
god,
Just
that's
cause
good for
that vanadium
platforming.
gold to appear there out of nowhere. Ooh, another geyser.
Get it.
Good use of it. Yeah.
Yes.
I cannot emphasize enough how satisfying it is to play this game. The jingle janglies are good. The smashing is good.
I spend
The
way
collectibles
too
are
much
good.
time
Yeah.
just collecting gold.
Yeah, you're gonna be doing a lot of that.
Well, and there are so many, like we saw earlier, hidden passages and like rooms to discover through the
Checkpoints.
walls. If you just basically punch anywhere in a wall, you can find something hidden there, and it's really satisfying.
Yeah, and speaking of hidden things,
Yeah, you can see how that hand slap also works as kind of a sonar system, and it was giving you the silhouette of a hidden vanadium gem in there.
3 in a row. But DK's
We're having some
appetite is
good
there.
luck in this mine, DK.
Yeah, we're gonna keep working our way through here. Let's see what's behind this big wall.
500
The monkey.
price tag is looking a little bit more
It's freaking out.
believable. I don't know.
Okay, bud, relax.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh, I see some chips back there. So let's see. I can't actually. This is too hard for me to smash through, but luckily the ground is not. The ground is rarely ever.
Mmm.
Yeah, but the environments are highly destructible. You could have gotten through here a different way.
Yeah, in fact, I'm gonna leave my way.
Right.
Yeah.
This game really encourages you to think outside the box.
I love
Yeah,
it.
There's a lot of different ways to get to things.
Right.
Most of them involve smashing.
There's a door. There was a gate there, and you just made your own door. That's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, we could see outside.
It looks like a storm is on the way. Hope everybody's gonna be okay.
That should be
Pretty good.
fine, right?
More chips. Yeah, here's another one of those devices that have cracked this wall
Pure
open for me.
destruction.
Ooh, look at all that.
Oh, we see our first enemies in the game here.
Yeah, these little buggy monsters.
Oh, they got
came
the
out of nowhere,
little
so we gotta make
gold
sure they don't get near any of our
shit
gold.
on them.
Oh, up here. Get out of there. It's mine.
I like these
gold
gold clusters
clusters.
that you can then use on all of their friends.
Yeah.
Look at all this.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my god.
If you ever needed catharsis, this is where you come. Look at this.
This is pretty much just an entire hall to play with.
I'm gonna be stimming with this game.
Ooh, but I see something big waiting up there for me, so.
Well, you're not going to collect all this?
I mean, if it's shaped like a banana, I kind of want to prioritize that. Oh, and you can see Ingot Isle back there, so that's kind of where we're starting out in this
Yeah.
adventure. This is where DK has come to find his edible fortune, so to speak. So yeah, we're just gonna make sure we get started eating all these bananas here. Oh no.
I know it's hot.
Storm's picking up, DK.
Yeah, that must be the storm they were talking about. It seems like a pretty powerful storm.
Oh no, the bananas.
Yeah, those bananas being taken from us.
Another kid's
Yeah, so this is
What were they
a
called?
glimpse of the primary antagonist.
Void Co?
Actively
Is that
stealing
what they
these
were called?
bananas from DK. Oh, hang on, bud.
Things never seem to go
Hanging
his
on by the
way.
seat of his pants.
Not anymore.
And there goes the seat of his pants.
There goes the pants.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh no.
Our hero, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like he's getting caught up in this big storm here.
Dang. So they started that storm.
And there goes Ingot Isle.
I hesitate to call this a storm.
Right, this isn't a storm.
More of an unnatural.
This is a takeover.
Right.
Yeah. Progress. We call it progress.
This is a heist.
We call it plot development.
You okay, DK?
I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah, everything's
He's
great.
got a
Look,
thick
there's a massive hole in the ground.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll cover that right up. Just put a rug over it. Definitely not getting our
Huh.
story deposit back.
Nope. That's one way to find a lot of bananas.
I love this little animation right there.
I guess.
It looks like we lost pretty much all
Not
of it.
animation, drawing, artwork. It's the word I was looking
Let me
for.
check on DK here, see if he's okay. You in there, bud?
Of course
There he is.
There he is.
This is a little worse for wear, but
But
Doing
still,
great, doing great.
you know, he's all right. Oh, the animations are so good.
So I've been doing a lot of punching forward and punching down using the Y and B buttons. Now I'm going to do some punching upward to break my way out of this boulder.
Nice work.
Thank you very much. And then we're actually going to keep punching upwards to smash these crystals above me. I'm going to work my way out of this cave in here, see if we can't...
Oh, wow. There's a lot to
Good,
this
you're
game.
a pleasure. Yeah. We're going to save some of our
You gotta
points
check
here.
on your butt.
Yeah. Give him the old thumbs up. Take care of this guy right here.
Looks like we are pretty deep underground at this point.
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, there you go. You're all right, bud. Worked our way out of here. Don't worry. I think DK's probably strong enough.
He's not strong enough.
Oh, good. Ingodile's just fine. Everybody's okay.
Does it have a new hat on it? Or was that there?
What was that? It said terrain strength. So I guess it's like a certain amount
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we
pretty
strength.
far down here.
We're deep
that
under here.
the
Yeah.
the ground has.
Oh, looks like stuff's still falling
Depending
down.
on a
Is
place.
Something is joining us.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can upgrade your strength.
Screaming?
It's just a screaming rock. I'm sure it's perfectly normal.
Perfectly normal.
Yeah,
As
so-
normal as, you know, being pushed down into this hole.
Yeah, so we're going to explore this larger area here. One other thing I want to check right away is, you know, DK can climb on most surfaces in this game, so I'm sure we should be able to just climb our way right out of here.
There goes the wet surfaces you can't climb.
But not all.
Yeah, I'm also going to try, maybe if I just get a little higher up, I can like chunk jump by using a chunk of terrain to get higher up. Doesn't seem to be doing the trick.
Nope.
You know what, as long as we're down here, I'll show off another cool thing you can do with chunks. So while I have this chunk, I can actually turf surf on it.
Yeah.
And use it to get around. Yeah, these things start to whittle away over time. You can see the chunk is slowly
It's getting smaller, yeah.
smaller and
Getting
smaller.
smaller.
But I can speed up the Y button here and use this to zip around some of these areas a little faster.
And it's worth noting that the strength of the terrain that you use to turf surf depends, or it how long the chunk lasts is based
That's
on
right,
the
yeah.
strength of the terrain.
Good job, bud. I guess I'm calling him Bud. He's my favorite in this game.
How are
He's
these guys doing?
These guys doing okay. I'm a little more interested in this barrel cannon. It's come down with us.
Yeah.
Good to see a barrel cannon again.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna blast our way up here. Try and make our way back up further to Baboon Town. See if everybody else is all right. But first, gonna try and clear these thorns. Ow! Which clearly hurts me.
I just have a big smile on my face.
Sorry, buddy.
Clear out this area here, so you can see. Yeah, chunks of terrain come in very handy.
I don't talk about DK as
Well, and
much,
you can
but
also turf surf on top of them too if you need
Yeah,
to
that's true.
cross
Right,
them.
if I really
One of
wanted
my
to, I could
favorite
just surf
series.
on top of hazards like this using a chunk of terrain, as long as I'm watching to make sure that it doesn't whittle away
Right.
over time. You can also do things like that, easily knock out things around you. Pick it back up.
Yeah, you lost a little bit of health when you punched those vines.
Yeah, luckily those apples.
Yeah, you got some apples and you restored it.
We're gonna take this other barrel cannon here, blast our way back up.
this is awesome. Awesome is an understatement.
I'm gonna check out on this guy.
This is. I don't even know.
Sure did.
I'm definitely overwhelmed. Overwhelmed? What the fuck? I'm definitely overwhelmed.
So this is our introduction to a new
in a good
kind of
way.
hazard here, voided terrain.
This is a lot of detail that they're putting into it. And he only
go up there and
explored
try and
like
find
As you can see, this is not Smash Run,
half of the stage.
which is quite annoying for DK, as most of us have been
You
easily
gotta
smashable.
appreciate though the work ethic of these monkeys.
I know.
Like
They're
look
gonna
at this
keep at
one
it.
with the pickaxe.
Never
Work
mind that
ethic
it's
of these
impossible,
what?
He
he's
can't
gonna
make a
keep-
dent, but he's
yeah.
gonna keep
Watch your mouth, girl.
Right.
This voided terrain seems to be coming from this device over here. So if I just smash this, that might take care of it. Unfortunately, this thing looks pretty well protected itself.
So you
see
can't
those
punch through
smashes, Can't
those.
seem to make a dent, no matter how hard I hit.
But we are close to where that thing fell down.
Yeah, you're right. I think it fell down over here, so we're gonna go check and see what that screaming was about.
Everyone seems curious, but not brave enough to go check.
To go down there and check. I was just about to say that, like, if they're so curious, why don't they go down there?
For DK.
Hello?
I love it.
Buddy, you can do it.
I love it.
Big fall.
There we go.
Good job, DK.
You can see this character is a part of Voidco, the enemy. I love it. It's so expressive. Watch your mouth. Yeah, she said, gotta love the way these monkeys work.
Okay, DK, okay.
What?
That
Girl.
was a rough beginning.
Don't need to tell me twice. As prompt, I'm gonna go follow that talking rock and see what's up.
A little suspicion about a giant Kong that has ripped you out of the ground. It's maybe warranted.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
warranted.
I mean, you saw his face.
I'll take care of more of these guys. In fact,
I would have run away too.
pick up one of these. See if I can. Oh,
Gosh, I had to blow my nose. One
I'm
second.
gonna take out this last guy.
Ah!
Thing around. There
Nice
we go.
one.
Cleared out the area.
Did you destroy it with its own chunk?
I did. With hitting yourself. Oh, unfortunately, I think we also scared this talking rock, so. Come on, DK, use that entire brain of yours. We can figure out a way to soothe this thing.
Is he using his brain or his stomach?
Why not both?
Yeah. So,
Oh.
It's the algae season. Not that pollen up your nose. Oh shit, I'm sitting on the.
Now it's a dancing rock.
The cutest dancing rock you've ever seen.
You could call it that.
These chords. Every time I sit down.
I don't know about all this. I don't know about all this. We didn't ask for a sidekick.
Oh.
Ian, say no. I love it. I love when Nintendo does that.
Looks like this
DK is
Odd
so
Rock
cute.
coming
He's
with you,
adorable.
whether you like it or
Yeah,
not.
welcome aboard.
The Odd Rock.
Yeah, so now we can use the power of Odd Rock's voice, which is pretty handy. Yeah, we calmed it down by making music with it. We whistled for it. So as we know, music is very important in the world of DK. And here, another example of that. Now, Odd Rock and I together can actually make music together and create a path to guide us where we're supposed to go next. So that's one easy way to keep track of where you're supposed to be going as you are punching literally
Right.
everything around you.
Yeah, especially
performing
if
things.
you are deep in the terrain, making your own pathways.
Yeah.
This will bring you back out.
Yeah, there we go. Just gonna work our way back up here. You know what? I actually wanna
Yeah.
smash these crystals.
All the gold.
Don't pass things by.
Yeah, just can't
Smash
resist.
everything.
So we're gonna work our way back up here. Hi guys. Yeah, we're fine. Now, as prompted, Odd Rock just had a suggestion here that I liked a lot. So we're gonna make music here in front of this thing, which actually frees it up.
Now we can punch it.
Thank goodness.
And now you can get into that barrel.
And now that that thing is
All
out
right.
of the way, the voided terrain is finally taken care of. So
I like this.
You can ride it.
I like it.
yeah.
Barrel cannon.
That's just one example of how you and Odd Rock are going to be working together throughout the course of this game to make progress as a team.
Look at it running
You can
along.
see they're a pretty good team together, yeah. Yeah, so we still need to check on that Boomtown, though. So
Yeah,
we'll
let's
make sure
look.
everybody else is okay. See if those fellow miners of ours are all right. Check out Boomtown. There's a lot of stuff here to do. There's a lot of fun stuff waiting for us up here. So, of course, I think that's where we're going to end our segment for today. Sorry, everybody at home. Yeah, we
I like how he was just like, yeah, we're like, this is cool, this is amazing.
Show off a little bit more of.
We'll stop right there for today.
Later area. But that is the end of this introduction segment. That's where we're going to stop for now.
All
Okay.
right. Thank you so much, BK and Kay. That was Donkey Kong Bonanza. But next up, we're going to be taking a look at Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition. So stay tuned. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Just gave him a banana. Alright. A part of me doesn't want to look at Metroid. Because I want to go in blind. I'm gonna skip Metroid. I want to go in blind. I think I saw enough through the trailers. I'm gonna leave it alone. It's like at Mario Kart again.
Hi everyone again. My name is for those
So
of you who
yeah,
don't understand, this is Nintendo Treehouse Live.
I'm gonna.
Switch 2.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
I am joined here by Corey, BK, and Dutch, and we're gonna show you a little bit of Mario Kart World, a new mode called Knockout Tour.
Oh, they're both gonna play?
All right.
Corey,
All
why
right.
So we
don't
get
you
to see like
take
how
us away and explain
how
how we
gameplay
set up this
goes.
match.
Sure thing. So earlier today we saw a little bit of Grand Prix, and now we're going to check out Knockout Tour. This is a brand new mode where you're going to have
I would hate to be the
24
one like
drivers
doing
competing
this
in
and I'm not playing.
transcontinental rally where only one can win. At the
I would be
very
itching to
end,
play.
And you're trying not to be
Luigi
eliminated
tires,
at
new
each
and used,
checkpoint.
premium quality, full
We're in a
service.
you'll see this in a moment. But before we jump in, you're saying that we're in a multiplayer kind of lobby here. I've got Coin Coffer as my character I've selected.
See, this dude is using
and,
different
if I control
characters.
The camera with the right stick, you can see
That's how it should
Panorama.
be.
DK just really ready to go, jumping around, waiting for the match.
You can
to
do
start.
donuts.
Yeah.
With the left stick, I can also kind of move Coin Coffer to get him ready. And if I don't have an item and use the ZL, I can kind of do a little horn animation here. But since I'm the host, I'm going to go ahead and get us started now. And we will be playing, again, like I said, Knockout Tour. We've dialed it up. We're going to be 150cc this time.
I like how
we've,
seamless
also
they just
turned up
made
calm
it.
Difficulty to hard if
You can just
prefer
start it up.
for it.
We gotta
I'm
ramp
up
it up a
for
little bit for Corey and BK. These are no
Yeah,
amateurs here.
you guys are pretty good.
Thank
at
you.
this.
Someone
I
playing
would
with a
say
challenge.
that.
I like
I'll
these
take it with
guys.
confidence. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
One of the things I
Shoo.
love about this mode, this is my favorite addition here, is every single match I've played of this is different because there's so much.
This is literally like Battle Royale, Mario Kart.
Possible things that can
Go ahead and
change.
go to
We're gonna go to Golden Round.
All right. Nope.
Oh, what's it gonna be?
Where are we
Oh
going?
yeah, which one is it? Which one is it gonna be?
All right, we're gonna go to the ice.
Oh, Ice
all right.
Valley.
Ice flower.
Okay.
All right, so as Corey had mentioned, Knockout Tour is 24 players. We have 2 human players. Everything else will be comms. But as
She
you
did
know,
not want to say AI.
You'll be knocking players out at each checkpoint. But what's really
I was about to say, what the fuck is on her
about
face?
this
It's
mode
the
is that
mic.
all of these courses are interconnected, so you're gonna go from one to the other. And so right now we're in segment 1. So all these players will need to place at 20th or better to make it to the next segment.
You can see the checkered flag in the lower right. That indicates which segment you're on.
So we got Corey on 6th, 5th
All right,
place.
we just took out
Yes.
side stepper.
Staying close to the front here early on, but that could change pretty fast.
Yeah. Oh, I just got crushed by Birdo.
But all these penguins coming at you too. It's like a luge.
I know they're in their natural habitat here.
Oh!
Yeah, I don't, on the right-hand side too, you see that top-down map letting you know, like, just kind of where you're
Is that a
at in the
Pianta?
segment. So we're about 3
From
quarters of the way through the
Aldefino?
first segment,
Oh,
and
shit.
Since we only need to be 20th or better to move on, not feeling the pressure too much right now since I got 9th, but as you said, Teresa, anything can happen in these matches, so you never get to a point where you're too comfortable.
Like that. Like that giant thunderbolt that just hit.
His lightning strikes always catch him by surprise.
And as you see this on my screen, there's sort of this like rainbow border. That means I'm getting close to the cutoff checkpoint, but
Big
because I'm
20 there.
roughly 9th, I've made it.
We're both very safe.
We both get to continue racing.
So the next conditions now for this segment is you have to place at 16th or better to make it to the next segment.
Oh, there's that. Oh. Everybody wants the crown.
See if I can hold on to this crown for just a minute.
I don't. Yeah.
We're still in we're still in
already has the
icy
crown, but, like,
territory,
I
so
kinda want the
take it
other crown.
easy.
I have to get revenge on Birdo.
Yeah, prioritize revenge at all
We've got a
times.
rivalry going now.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, as we all know, the most heated rivalry is Coin Coffer and Birdo.
But why? Oh, you got
Nobody
some snazzy Shy Guy snowboarding in this
So you can do
one?
2 tricks. You can
There
do
you go.
a trick off a ramp,
Oh, too close
I've
for
got to
you.
get
and
a
then
double
when you're in
item
the
box
air, you
each
can do it
time as
again.
well. Let's see if I can hit BK
Ooh,
here.
No, you don't have to do that. That's fine.
Interesting.
Oh, get that.
So close.
Oh, no!
Ooh, wow, that's a little frosty.
Is that a pun there?
Just going to leave this banana behind me.
And then can you imagine the updates?
Somebody will want that peel.
Oh my
got it, yeah.
Yeah,
god.
but if I just let it hit
Cruising
behind
up
me,
there.
that's one level of security I would really enjoy having.
I do enjoy that when you do go over water as well, your vehicle will automatically transform into that hovercraft kind of mode. Oh no. Oh, I
All right,
somehow.
so we're coming up. That checkpoint is going to be coming up here pretty quick. You start to see those colors creep in from the side.
Yep, on BK
We got
screen.
first and third place, so
Oh, and now on
pretty
Corey's
comfortable.
screen.
Yeah.
All right, so we're now in the third segment. So the
Oh, I
stakes are
see.
getting
It's
higher.
continuous.
Now having to place at 12th or better to make it to the next round.
Got you. It doesn't stop. It's continuous. Oh yeah, this will probably be my favorite mode.
This as well as, all
Oh,
the
I would love
road
knockout
traffic
mode.
You're encountering
Oh yeah.
as you work your way through here.
Yeah, keep talking while you're up there in first.
Yeah.
You can see on BK's screen, he has 20 coins, so that's optimized to speed.
You
Oh,
didn't-
no.
I don't know
Or
you
it's
need
on
point that.
17
Oh, great.
coins, so
You're making a target here, Teresa. I'll let you keep pointing these things out.
what?
Yeah, I actually don't.
You can do multiple tricks.
Safe right now.
It is pretty safe because BK's playing a risky game that he can get taken out by a spiky shell.
Mm-hmm.
I just love how smooth this is as well. All right.
Yeah, it is really nice
Got
to
some flying action.
drive through all these different environments, see so much variety going on in the world of Mario.
Yeah, I'm loving the maple trees. They're very pretty.
Coming up on the last
Yeah.
couple curves here, a little hairpin curve here. BK.
Not gonna lie, this is hard mode.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's gonna make visibility a little difficult for BK.
Oh no!
Those
Takoyaki.
computers are
I didn't
kind of
see-
timid. I ain't gonna lie.
Eat it.
Compared to Mario Kart 8.
Coin coffer. Got 20 coins.
All right, so we're sitting at first and second.
You got a nice,
Still.
comfy lead up
We
Oh
got
there.
yeah, so now that we're in the
Left.
next segment,
Let me enjoy
we're-
one last, Corey.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Oh.
You're gonna enjoy
Oh.
something coming in.
Oh no!
You can use the thwomp to use it as a
I
ramp.
don't know
Here it
where-
comes.
No, thank you.
And they hit the ground.
Thank you.
Oh,
Can't feather your way out of that one.
Took a little dump there.
Innovative.
Oh, all right.
Oh, you're coming up behind me. Oh no.
Nice.
oh yeah, that gave Corey a little bit of more time to catch up with BK, but we'll see what happens. We still
Still
have a couple
yeah.
more segments, so
No new hazard.
with this
Oh, no.
fourth one, they're having to place at 8th or better. So you guys are doing pretty good so far.
Look out.
You'll get taken out by the.
I like the
other
hazards
players.
and how they're like
Out of
very
the pack
seamless
right
with the
now,
world.
but
Yeah.
No, that's not a.
I like
not
that. It's a
coming.
freaking bullet bill
If you're
just
looking at the
freaking
little
flying.
mini-map on the right side of the screen, you can see they're catching up.
Holy.
Yeah, you got a nice little lead again here.
Passing all these toads and sedans. They're just on their morning commute. They have no
Sunday
idea
drivers.
what's going on.
And now they're throwing bullet bills at you.
Ah.
Fireballs.
This is just typical road traffic in the mushroom kingdom.
It's very
All right,
busy.
coming up on the checkpoint.
I
Top
love-
8 make
yeah.
it through. Pretty comfortable first and
Yeah, the
second.
border is really helpful there to just know
Yeah.
you're getting closer.
All right.
To be
fifth
4th
segment.
or
So now
better.
you're needing to place at 4th or better. That's
Starts getting
pretty
real
challenging. Yep.
I think I see you right up there weaving in
No,
and
you don't.
out.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You're fine. Mind your business, Corey.
Yeah.
I'm loving
Oh,
the
no.
cherry blossoms because it is very on point for the season as we're going into spring.
That is true. All right.
That car doesn't automatically
Car, you can
spin
see
you
it's not-
out.
it's
It
not
just
automatic
you
on
just.
the ground if you touch the car.
Yeah.
You might get knocked up a little bit. You might go up on 2 wheels.
Okay.
You might kind of stumble and flip around. But sometimes even when you crash, you can maintain a little bit of your momentum.
See, like that.
Didn't use their turn signal. I think that was their fault. I'm pretty sure that.
Better item here. Give me some offensive firepower.
Whoa! Nice dodge there, BK.
Thank you. I don't recommend trying this at home.
Oh, there you go. Oh,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
trying this at home in this game.
I don't know. You've had that crown for a long time here because that getting kind of heavy.
It's a big,
you said that.
big responsibility. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh,
Damn.
gosh.
I will take it.
Oh,
But it looks so good. Oh no!
Everything. Wow, Corey.
It's all right.
Ruthless.
I want it back.
We are
Last
into the
segment.
final segment now.
I want it back, Corey. Give it back, Corey.
All right.
I mean, you
Corey.
can't deny that coin coffer looks pretty
Down to the last
You know what?
four.
It's gotta make the coin coffer, having the crown on his head there.
I mean, it's in the name, so it's got a lot of bling. Need all the treasure.
Oh no!
Oh shit.
Across the
Oh,
grass.
wow.
Who was this? Now I have a rival.
So now the rules are simple.
Oh,
In
no.
this last segment, you just gotta aim for first. So let's see who.
Ooh, look out.
That blue shell
Oh, Corey.
is coming.
Oh, it's not for me. I still got my super
I think
horn.
they fell down there too. Oh no!
Oh.
I'm just holding on to my super horn.
Or strategically sandbagging it to avoid that spiny shot.
I want to say I totally did that right now. Yeah,
Corey, I
I
appreciate
wish.
you broadcasting what you have equipped right now. It's gonna help me out a lot.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
This is gonna be close.
Okay, he's starting to close the gap here.
What's that?
Coin shell coming.
That's a coin shell.
DK's
That's a
got
new
15
item.
Coins. He's got the coin disadvantage
Yeah,
right now.
you probably want a few more.
Corey's got a full 20.
Just to build up your
More
speed
coin.
a little.
Hey.
Coin.
Oh.
Damn.
Nicely
Well
done,
raced, Corey.
Corey.
Well raced.
So we were playing here with what? Two humans. We were playing against 22 CPU. Of course, you can play Knockout Tour online as well, so everyone would be a human player. But it is nice going up against some hard CPU as well.
Yeah.
You can only imagine.
It's very
the
cool.
chaos, though, of, like,
I like the
24
knockout
players
tour.
just
That would probably be the
throwing
main
items at each other.
Yeah, I think we got pretty
mode
lucky with,
I'll
the
play.
item distribution on this one. It gets much more chaotic depending on what some of those other CPUs get equipped with, what some of the other human players get equipped
Oh
with.
yeah,
Right.
be fun. Cool. Well,
Hello.
that's all we
All
have
right.
for this segment.
Shoot.
But don't go anywhere.
Mario Kart
Stay
World's
tuned.
looking-
Up next is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour.
We can just keep playing, right? Forever?
Let's do it.
Whatever.
You want
Oh.
a rematch?
Is that
Yes.
what-
Oh, yeah. Right
Can
there.
I
Absolutely
get
right
a
there.
The
control?
crown
I
stays
wanna
here.
play.
See how she's like, can I get into it? Like that's me. That would be me. I want to turn. All right. Last thing I'm gonna look at is Breath of the Wild, and then I'll run it back tomorrow because we still have to watch this, and I do want to look at this. We got two stuff to watch. I do know that the Chow Tales first episode came out, so I'm gonna watch that tomorrow as well. But this will be the last thing that we're gonna watch. Oh, they got a comparison video too. Nice.
Hello and welcome back to Nintendo Treehouse Live. I'm Kendra and I'm up here with Dutch and Kay, and we are just about to get into The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Also, we're going to check out The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom
Checking out
Nintendo
both.
Switch 2
Great,
edition.
because that's what I
And
needed.
We're going to check out Zelda Notes. So we're going to be doing a lot.
Got a lot to cover.
But we're going to start out with some footage of Breath of the Wild. So we will get right into that. We're going to have some side-by-side footage of the original Breath of the Wild on the right, and then the new Nintendo Switch 2 edition here on the left.
And right away, you can already tell how much clearer the resolution is.
It's
Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
yes,
The detail on the
very
floor, like you
apparent.
can see all the little lines in the design there.
It looks so good, and we're starting out at the very beginning of the game. Anyone who
I'm
has
just more
played this
concerned about
before
this
will obviously
frame
recognize
rate.
this scene.
Iconic.
It is.
Look. Oh my god.
We're coming up to the edge here. We're going to.
It looks so
look out
beautiful.
over the horizon.
It's very iconic.
And 60
moment
frames.
in Breath of the Wild. And already you can see the textures and how much
Yeah,
crisper
the detail,
and
like
cleaner.
the trees
Yeah.
on the horizon, you can see like there's more detail.
Yeah, you
and
can
even in the
see so
forest close
far.
up.
I mean, even looking at the definition on the cliff where Link is standing, it's
And the lighting as well.
breathtaking. Of the
I might have to run back Breath of the Wild.
You see it.
And here you can see even the little, each individual raindrop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Its own
texture of
puddle
the rain.
here. It's really
And Link's adorable rosy cheeks. Because it's chilly up there.
And in a moment,
This
we're
is
go
going
ahead
to
and
be a
warp,
game
into
changer.
the
No
Korok
pun intended.
Forest.
Game
This is
changer
something- yes, this is something
for
that people will appreciate, especially if you're
Breath
coming
of the
back to
Wild.
game for a
Someone's
second
playing music
time.
so loud
The
outside.
load times are quite a bit
So
faster
extremely loud.
on the
Look at
Nintendo
that.
Switch
Yeah,
2
look at,
edition.
here's
So,
a quick
Immediately
comparison
return.
side by side in real
Yeah, I
time.
want to see the loading times.
it's a race.
It's not
Who will win?
It's not close.
5
Yeah.
seconds.
No competition.
Which
there.
Link will win?
Yeah. So more time slaying monsters and less time watching the loading screen, which is great.
It's great.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was. I thought that was me.
It really is.
And we've warped here into the woods, and this is a section of the game that has a lot going on. Like lots of things to animate, lots of Koroks popping.
The frames
out,
couldn't keep
mist
up,
and the
dude.
flies
Just say that.
dancing and the sunbeams and everything. And the Nintendo Switch 2 handles it amazingly. It's super smooth.
Look how.
Again, look at the difference in the lighting, the
And
textures.
The improved
grass.
frame rate is extremely
No,
visible.
you're not gonna grab it? Okay. Maybe later.
Just go for a walk in the woods.
Yeah, just splashing around, looking for some Korok friends.
It's just, it looks so smooth.
It really does. Yeah, and I will say the first time I played Breath of the Wild, one of the first things I did actually was to run up to the top of a nearby mountain and just watch the sunset. And I cannot wait to do that in the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, just to see how pretty it is. Oh my god.
Like, I get it. People are gonna be like,
Isn't like the
this is
light, like,
overpriced.
the
It
details
should have
of
been
the
like that.
individual
But
blades of grass there as he goes
Little
through.
motes in the air.
if you
Oh,
played
yeah,
the
yeah, I see that,
original,
yeah.
you can
Really
clearly
nice.
Oh, I
see
never
like.
noticed that before. That's cool.
Well, and the other
10
thing
times
that
better.
we haven't seen in this side-by-side
It's
comparison,
10 times better.
but even opening the menus and switching between the different tabs of the menus is a lot smoother and quicker in the Nintendo Switch 2 edition when you compare it
It's
to
gonna
the old
actually make me
version.
want to
Yeah,
finish Tears
and
of the
we'll
Kingdom.
have a chance to check that out in just a little bit when we get into Tears of the Kingdom.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the difference here is just amazing.
Quick
It's so smooth.
panorama.
And I don't even think this could have been like a thing, like an
You know, he's hanging out
updated
in the
version,
forest
like where they
because
can just.
that's- why wouldn't you?
update
why
the
would
game
you
on
want to
Switch.
be hanging out in a
I think it's
peaceful
only
forest
because of
where
how
it's lovely.
now how
and there's little
powerful
Koroks.
Listening to that music.
you know
Gorgeous.
Switch 2 is.
Alright.
Yo, what the hell? I thought they were gonna do Tears of the Kingdom. I guess not. Is there? Is that what that other video was? Yeah, I guess that's what this video was. Let me
Alright,
see.
so we're
It
gonna
probably
switch
looks
now into,
not the same, but
Tears of the Kingdom, the
you know.
Nintendo Switch 2 edition. I'm standing here on the Great Sky Island, and you can just see the beautiful Temple of Time in the distance.
I want to see
Oh, we're not going to stay here. I'm going to
how
go ahead. Yeah, we're not
the
here for long. I'm going to go ahead and put on my glide suit because we're going to go skydiving
Looking
here.
super sharp there. We got to see that mask. It's,
Oh yeah, you'll see it. Here we go. So I'm actually gonna jump and go directly into that chasm down there, from
It's a
the
long
sky
fall.
Yeah.
into the depths in one go.
and while you're doing that, I'm going to do a really quick rundown on just what we're going to be touching on in Zelda notes. So we're going to be speaking to the voice memories, the navigation, my play data, global play data, daily bonus, photo studio, item sharing, and auto build sharing. So almost everything.
lot. There's a lot to cover.
Yeah, we've got a lot of grounds to cover.
And if you missed that in the direct, Zelda Notes is a service that's part of the Nintendo Switch app, and it's designed to be used with both both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, the Nintendo Switch
Both of
2
them.
edition.
Yep, that's right.
I'm just gonna speed up down this chasm here.
Woo! Oh my goodness.
And look at that, we are
Wow.
already
The glide
here.
suit helps
I have
with that
yet
landing.
It's
And the
beautiful.
transition was
to go underground.
So
I'm scared
fast,
too.
So smooth. It just feels really good. Everything feels like it's the controls are reacting quicker. It's very intuitive.
All right, so let's hop into Zelda Notes. Let's take a look at some of these features.
That's where I leave. I don't want to look at Zelda Notes. Not yet. Because I heard of some story elements to it. And I don't think they're going to spoil it. I just don't want to see anything of it. Alright. That... Wow. Wow. I am floored. I am floored. Let's play that Rainbow Road. Alright. That's it for tonight. We have a few, I think it was like, what? One more thing? 2 more things? Oh yeah, we have 2 more videos. The second Donkey Kong one, and then the Nintendo thingamajig, whatever. Forgot what's called. Tour. And then we're gonna do Chow Tales. I forgot what it was called real quick. We're gonna do that tomorrow. Or whatever. I'm pretty sure tomorrow. Yeah, that's about that. Normal streams will return, which meaning that we'll be finishing Sonic Adventure and starting Sonic Adventure 2. That will return. I just figured some stuff out. You know, we rage quit the last time. So, you know. But yeah, that's that. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. I had to edit the video for me talking about the Switch 2 reveal, so got a lot to do tonight. So I already spent most of my time in this stream, so I gotta go. Thank you everybody for stopping by. It was fun. See you guys tomorrow and or Saturday and or Sunday. Depends. Yeah. So thank you guys for coming. Make sure to learn how to do a backflip tonight. Why not? At least look it up how to. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Love yourself. Stay safe. And a good night.